See? Look at that. Isn't that just magic?
Heck yeah.
Man, vMix is crazy. Well,
This
that in
vMix
combination with...
Plus, like, so much other technology.
That's true. There's a lot going on. What's up, boys? How we doing?
Great.
So good.
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 So good. Just so good. It's been a hot minute, I think, since we've played this game.
Yeah. Did you have your Christmas party?
I did. Yep. It was
It's been that long.
Yeah.
That's
It's
great.
been longer than that. It's been a long time. I was looking back because I had to go write some summaries for last sessions because I actually have I'm behind on a couple videos for posting, and I was looking back at what I would call the last normal session that we had, which means we played like a week after we played previously, was October 2nd.
Heck yeah.
And then we played
Excellent.
October 23rd. I guess that's 2 weeks. And then November 13th. And then December 18th. And now today. That is how much time has elapsed.
Yeah, 35 days it's been.
Wow. Do you guys even remember who you're playing in this game at all whatsoever?
Today, I actually was watching some Discord and Signal because I went back and found when Sedona showed up.
Wow, is it as good as we remember?
It's really, like, I got goosebumps just from, like, people's reactions and stuff. It's so cool.
Your reaction's really funny, Jake. You're like, what?
And the video is labeled, like, a year ago now, so.
Oh my god.
Been a minute.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that. This is the one I'm playing Shadowheart in this one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Discord and Signal, a multi-arc Starfinder adventure following the crew of the Indefatigable, or the Bereth Intorfatinagal, as they travel through the drift in search of, or merely stumbling upon by accident, a myriad of adventures. Today is episode 64, the Skydock Part 2. I'm Aaron, the GM with the sole responsibility of killing the characters, including Co, played by Alex,
Indeed.
Luna, played by Abe,
Kakabu.
Quick, played by Caleb,
Oh, that's me.
and Lisk, played by Jake.
Hey, yo, what up?
Last time on the Discord and Signal, and this will be the short summary before we get to the long summary, because I'm sure we're going to have to cover everything again. Following their encounter with the Deconstructor robot, the crew cautiously entered the main hangar, only to be ambushed by some creepy-crawlies moving slowly down the chains hanging from seemingly nowhere. After swiftly dealing with the undead mechanics, they open the door to find Herembour working on the body of an engineer with a few corrupted repair bots at his side, and a nail gun and a drill in his hands. After drawn-out combat due to the clouded nature of the combatants, the crew was able to finally end the corruption by killing Herembour just before a huge wave of robots was about to overrun them. Co found some very convenient ways to navigate around the rooms and actually catch Herembour within melee range. For a while, at least.
Yeah, it was hard.
John Twick, gunslinging, managed to catch Herembour with a tranq dart on the very first action of combat.
Yeah.
It was fun. Luna flew around the robots to gain better positioning. I think the only time you took any actual attacks opportunity when you flew through the door, because they were actually standing in the door. And Lisk also took a lot of attacks opportunity as well, but that's because you were scrambling along the ground. You can't use your operative abilities on every enemy that you run past.
Sadly.
Yes, sadly. So, I think, and we can go over a whole bunch of things because there's a lot to talk about, what we've done, where you're at. So I can give you a short summary, or you can ask questions, however you want to do it. I'll make it easy for you. You tell me.
I mean, well, let's take that short summary.
Short summary. All right. Here's what's happened so far. You guys defeated Kaon Reese in a rather lame battle because he just wasn't there. He wasn't prepared, honestly. You caught him. Defeated him, but he was able to activate a device that transported you to the Shadow Plane. Took you a while to figure it out. You went back into the Black Site facility for Eclipse Innovations, and eventually made your way out to the small town that you had been to before, Kuvakara, which was much closer than you remember it being. Made your way into the Gloaming, where you met a few people, including Vela, who's a Kayal, one of the species that occupies this planet, and in fact a lot of the sort of Shadow Plane Kayals are kind of everywhere. And ended up getting into combat with a rather large shadow giant who gave some negative levels to people, including 2 to Ko and 1 to Luna. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. How fun.
Mhm.
Yes.
Still got those, yeah?
Mhm.
Yep.
You did a little shopping, and then you made your way towards, at the suggestion of Vela, made your way towards Skydock. And the suggestion really was because you guys needed to find a starship. Obviously, you're not going to get anything accomplished on Verces or at Kuvakara or back at the Eclipse Innovations Black Site, because any way of transporting you back to the material plane was destroyed with the device that was wrecked underneath of the 4th layer or 4th level, whatever you want to call it, in the Black Site. So you made your way. You were attacked by some more Kaals on the way there. And I'm pretty sure you used like a deployable vehicle, if I remember correctly. Maybe something that Twick had.
I was gonna say, I feel like Caleb had just like
Or
a
the pocket
car in his
Jeep or something.
pocket.
Yeah,
I mean,
car.
typical.
Yeah,
Ooh, we've
so
come
you
across
gotta
something.
You gotta come prepared, man.
Honestly, just making stuff up
I-
is what it
Splurge
is.
for the pocket hotel, though.
It's
Yeah.
really good. You got attacked by the Kaals, and then you found your way up to the base of Skydock. Now, if you remember, Skydock is a huge space platform that is tethered to the sort of equator of the planet, and is the only place, really, that starships arrive and depart from Verces. You met some interesting characters. You met the cult of Zan Kuthan. Zan Kuthan, I think it is. Kuthan? Kolthan? One or the other. I think it's Zan Kuthan. And you met their leader. Do you guys remember his name by
Father
chance?
Gloom.
Father Gloom.
Nice.
Yes.
Good memory.
Good memory.
I just have notes.
He
That counts.
he had a lot to talk to you about. Mainly that he wanted to help you, and that he had the capability of reproducing a shadow variant of your starship, because they copy all starships that enter Skydock in the material plane. They make copies of them and then are able to construct temporary versions of those ships out of shadow, we'll say. Shadow-like material.
That
but
sounds
the
like it
problem
should be
was-
against some kind of law.
Yeah. The problem with that is, though,
Copyright law.
that in order to get this ship, it has to be constructed up in the Skydock, which they have recently been pushed out of due to a strange planar energy wave that impacted the Skydock station, causing one of the cultists, a guy named Herembour, to completely change his motives and tactics and begin tinkering with some of the equipment in Skydock, causing them to become malfunction and become violent, attacking some of the other workers. Many people were killed. The cultists kind of withdrew down to the planet away from Skydock. And Father Gloom basically said, look, the only way I can get you a ship is if you go up to Skydock, you kill this guy, get rid of whatever this corruption is that's causing him to not be able to be normal anymore. Then we can go up and help you out. And so you guys went up. Obviously, you encountered a big robot at first, and then some crazy-looking engineers or technicians that climbed down from the ceiling, finally killing Herembour. And that is actually right where we left off, is right there. Questions about any of that?
How do I get rid of negative levels?
He said we could sacrifice part of our body.
Gosh.
He'd take it for us. Otherwise, we need to find a mystic, I think.
Yeah, like a high-level mystic or a store that somehow has...
Restoration, I believe, is a
Hypopens.
4th level mystic spell.
And I guess the through line here being that, like, we're trying to track down this, like, Shadow Queen character, right?
Yeah, you had heard a little bit of that from Vela, because you'd mentioned to her Dr. Gregant,
Dr.
the name.
Gregant, yeah.
And she didn't really know much about it, but she did say that several Kaals had been following something that they had called the Shadow Queen, and that it had something to do with Eclipse Innovations, but that she wasn't here. She didn't know of her existing on the planet of Verces. Other questions? I'm an open book right now. I'm even going to tell you the book's the AP's secrets if you ask.
Wow. Gotta ask
What
the right
are the
questions,
secrets?
Yeah,
What are
thank
the
you.
secrets? Well,
What is
Did
the
we
discordant signal?
Yeah.
no, man.
Did we have a
That's not in the
destination once we get into space? I
Uh,
just have not here.
I think you guys had discussed in maybe like a 3 months ago in a session where you first made it to the gloaming and heard about Skydock, that maybe the best next stop would be back towards New Elysium, because that's the only other place you knew of this
Gonna go there?
signal happening or occurring, but that's about
Places. I vote we find wherever New Elysium is and we point our ship in the opposite direction.
it.
Just go back to the Eon Empire or whatever it's called.
We gotta
Yeah.
go see if
Maybe
Phil's
they're
there.
nice.
Islanti
Maybe they're
Empire.
nice in
Phil
the
got
shadow
sucked
plane.
into the shadow plane.
Yeah.
Shadow Plane's the opposite world, so they're nice.
They're really cool.
Yeah.
The most benevolent society you've ever met.
I bet.
Actually, if you guys want to know more about the Shadow Plane, you do have access to the Shadow Sphere, which is the Shadow Plane's infosphere, through your new data units, comm units.
Oh, dude, my laptop just connected to the Wi-Fi. That's crazy.
So, yeah, I'd be more than happy to share any interesting tidbits about that you would like to know as well.
Is it? Can we like eat stuff here?
Do they have shadow
how?
tachos?
Shadow tachos.
Like, I guess how hard is it gonna be for us to like live here for longer than like an afternoon?
Well, I mean, you've been here for a couple days already. So,
Man, time
Yeah.
flies, huh?
You're capable of breathing. That's not a problem on normal atmospheric planets. Plus, you are in your suits, and those provide environmental protections in case you're in a spot where you're not in atmosphere. Light is almost always dim everywhere you go, but the good news is you guys can see in pretty much any dim light or darkness, especially now with Ko's new glasses.
They've been around so long at this point.
I know. I keep saying new glasses, but yeah. You know that navigating in this place is very different than on the material plane. Everything is almost collapsed closer together in some very strange way that you can't quite comprehend. There is more inherent magic on the Shadow Plane. If we had any spellcasters, you just automatically treat your spellcaster level as 2 higher.
Wow, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Hey,
You know,
I
what
can
if we
cast
had a
spells, so I get to
mystic?
take advantage
Yeah,
of
we
that.
got a spellcaster now.
Yeah. You still have to attempt a caster level check to cast it, but you can cast up to 2 higher. There are also a lot more hazards in the Shadow Plane than exist on the material plane. Just things that you guys are not aware of or not used to, or even things that seem mundane are capable of very, very, very hazardous situations for your health and well-being and the health of your shadow starship, wherever you may take it. The drift does exist here. It is a shadow version of the drift. You don't know whether or not it is broken, like back on the material plane. And then as far as like other places, I guess your question really was about survivability, though. That's probably all of it from a survivability standpoint.
One
What
other
other
question.
places?
Yeah, good question. Of note, most of the same planets that exist in the material plane in the Pact Worlds exist here.
Most, but not all, huh?
Sorry, let me rephrase that. All of the planets that exist in the Pact Worlds exist here, and in addition to that, there is another planet that exists here, and that is Galarian.
Oh.
Except it is not the Galarian that you know. In fact, if you read about it, it is not even called Galarian. It is called something completely
Galarian.
different. No.
So is it Galarian
gosh.
if it's different and it's called something different?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it is Galarian.
It sounds
is-
like it's a different planet,
It's in the
maybe.
same spot where Galarian
It
used
is
to be.
the I will read exactly what it
Okay.
is.
Hit me.
It is the home of Zan Kuthan.
Oh.
The lore is that he made his stance and became a god essentially on one of the mountains of Shadow Planar Galarian, and the mountain grew so large that it swallowed the planet and became its own structure.
I love that.
Planet-sized fortress mountain thing now is called, where's the name? Oh yeah, Zovakian.
Slovakian.
Yes, that is where the Midnight Lord resides.
I don't know where we're
Hilarious.
But presumably
Yeah.
Galarians
Right there.
inside of it.
Well,
True.
maybe, though you don't really know. The thing you do know is that, as you maybe read more about this, that the cult would actually have taken over everything in the Pact Worlds, were it not for the space station that you are familiar with in the material plane that also exists here, but in a very different way. Upon researching
It was eaten.
Absalom Station,
it's a
you learn
mountain
that on the Shadow Plane, it is not a similarly unified structure. It's like a bunch of space debris and asteroids and starships that have collided together and been crushed over time to create this functional living space for about half the inhabitants that Absalom Station has. In the same way, I don't know if you remember this about the lore about Absalom Station, but there's like a crystal at the very center, and that is, it's essentially a drift beacon. It's the biggest drift beacon that exists. That's why you can always find your way back to Absalom Station. In this, of course, very similar universe, I love Paizo's writing. It is it contains a vast orb of radiance seated inside a cathedral of blackened stone that exists for the sole purpose of keeping the sort of darkness of Zan Kulthan from radiating further. I don't know, radiate doesn't make sense in this sentence, but that's how the way they write it. From radiating further into the Pact Worlds and into the greater cosmos. It is known as the Glare, and it actually shines so bright that it sort of deflects the dark shadow that is ever emanating from Zovakian.
Maybe we just hard right turn. Let's just turn that off.
You said all the planets are here. Is the sun here?
I think
I don't know if it's called the sun, I guess.
It's here, but it's called something different, and it's in a different place, and it does
And it was
different
eaten
things.
by a mountain.
it does say that luminous suns are few and far between in shadow space, but there is one that is noted. It is called the Glacial Star, and it is not anywhere near the Pact World. So I would guess, based on that, there is no sun. I don't know. There must be orbiting like some sort of black hole.
So the shadow plane is like an image of the regular material plane. So is that the reason why Galarian disappeared? Is because it got eaten here, and then it caused it to just pop out of existence in the regular material
You don't
plane?
know. Nobody knows what happened to Galarian because it disappeared pre-gap.
How do we leave the shadow plane?
Great
How do we
question.
get out of here?
Good question.
You have
I
to
like that.
find some sort of planar transport or interplanar transport to get you back to the material plane. As far as you know, first of all, none of you have ever heard of anybody traveling from the material plane to the shadow plane. Never. That is like an impossibility for someone from the material plane. So the fact that you're even here is mind-boggling. It should be frightening you to death, but you find comfort here in the shadow plane. Maybe abnormally.
That's true.
Probably a bit because you're not quite yourselves anymore, but you find some level of comfort here. As far as to how to get off of here, your best guess is probably something with Eclipse Innovations. You would assume that if we're going to do this in one place, it's probably not the only place they're trying to bring about their message. And connect the two planes, if you will.
You just say it, but I do think our best bet is that stupid spa. I genuinely don't know where else we would go.
Yeah.
What is
We've already been to Kubikara, so. And that was
Yeah.
not helpful.
We could try. What if we try
I'm
flying?
sorry. I don't know.
Thanks, Jana.
I hate to
What
see
if we
it.
just fly really fast?
Like 88 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm. In like
Go back
one
in time.
direction, and then we just something will happen
Something will happen. The flux
eventually.
capacitor will activate. Oh, wait, you guys don't have that installed in your Starship.
Ah, that was in the real one. This is the shadow one. We only
This
have
is the shadow one.
Tux Magacitor.
Any other questions?
Is there like a note on the ground?
There's no note on the
I
ground.
gotta go talk to Father Gloom.
Oh, do we level up?
You do not level up.
Dang.
Yeah, sorry.
When do we level up?
In fact, you guys are actually behind a little bit on XP because you
Wow.
have skipped at least one thing because of your approach, which I
I'll
find
be honest,
interesting.
that suggests we should have more XP than everyone else. because
Not the way this
we
is
did
written.
really good.
Yeah.
You are
Skipped good
effective.
stuff.
Yes, you are
Yeah.
effective.
We're speedrunning this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't make you level up based on XP anyways. I do it based on milestone, but it's nice to track it to see like where you guys are actually at.
Sure.
Oh,
Well, let's get our ship, and we can at least look at the spot. Why can't I remember the name of that freaking spot place? I blocked it out. You even said it earlier in the
Elysium,
session.
New Elysium.
New Elysium.
New Elysium.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, you can.
my
we
only idea.
We could try to get there. Yeah.
That sounds like the wrong answer based on that tone.
No. This is like
He
the
just
same tone
does
when I
that,
told
though.
Ben. I was like, "You didn't seem unprepared at all for the Lancer."
See?
So Aaron said
I-
what he was saying.
I meant it sincerely,
It's
but
so mean.
sure as heck
It's
came
so
out
weird.
like it wasn't sincere. Jeez.
Absolutely brutal.
It was brutal. I felt bad afterward, and I had to apologize profusely.
No. That session was really good. God, stop.
All right, so you guys have killed everybody here in this sort of one of the docks, I guess we'll call it, one of the landing pads at Skydock. If you do remember, you did find an anharmonic dirge cannon and a white star plasma caster, which are two weapons for your starship,
yeah.
which we don't really need to talk about right now, but we can revisit at some point.
Oh, are we gonna start with Starship combat? I'm so excited now.
No.
It's still so weird that they give you Starship weapons when it's still based around build points anyway.
I don't understand it, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some things in this game, they're just like,
Whatever.
we don't need to build that out. It won't be relevant when people are playing APs. Yeah. All the stuff off Herembour too, I don't know if you guys wrote it in your notes or you picked it up, but it's still in the chat log, so you can pull anything from there. The expectation is that you'd be able to load these two Starship weapons onto the elevator and take it back down with you if you want to take it with you, or leave it there, because, you know, your Starship is going to be constructed up there, so there's no real reason to move it for the time being.
Oh. I guess that's a fair point.
We'll put our names on them.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
put a sticky note on it that says dibs.
Yes. You will need to go talk to Father Gloom, though, now that you've cleared things out.
Should we bring this guy's head or something?
No, just a tooth.
Did he actually
Yeah.
ask for a tooth? Oh, I see. We're making fun of Alex. Sorry. It's been a long day.
You guys want to take a 10-minute rest first, though? Maybe?
You down some stamina points?
Maybe.
I'd be okay with that,
Maybe
I
all
suppose.
99 stamina points?
Aren't you also down hit points?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. I thought you got actually hit.
Yeah, I have 19 HP left.
Yeah.
Can
And
you
what was-
medic yourself?
I
Is that a thing?
can. I also would like to rest 10 minutes. Get
Okay.
all stamina back, too. Yeah, if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Maybe not.
Short rest button doesn't work anymore. Bad day.
Yeah, it does.
What's going on?
Maybe refresh your...
Yeah.
Literally everyone just did it, Caleb. I don't know what to tell you.
I clicked it 3 times and it didn't work. There we go.
99 stamina points.
Nice.
You know, I only have 89 max.
I have 66. man.
How? What? How? What is it based on? Con? Do you have a bad con?
Some
Negative
of it's from my
levels.
negative levels.
Oh, right.
You have like minus 10 from negative levels, I think, right?
Yeah, it's probably true. You also don't have a very good constitution. I
My
mean,
con is only 10.
My con's 14.
Oof.
yeah, mine's 17.
16.
Okay. Well, there's some of it at least. There's
I'm
11
somehow
of it.
still alive.
Don't
think.
need con if you just don't get.
So true.
Just have good armor.
Does that work really well for you a lot?
Yeah. I don't know. It's really... It comes in waves. I'll
Definitely
get
works
new
sometimes.
armor, and it's just like, oh, I'm unhittable for like the next 6 sessions. And then all of a sudden, I'm almost dying every fight. All right, are you healing yourself with your little medical
good.
skills? Okay. We're going to Father Gloom.
Let's go
then?
find the father.
Do you want to go back to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take the weird negative elevator thing.
Weird
Upside down elevator.
Yep. All right. We'll take the weird negative
Shadowlator.
elevator thing. Okay.
Thank you, Alex. Someone gets the naming convention.
All right. You'll head back down the negative elevator. Get to the bottom. Father Gloom is not around right in that specific spot, but he is back towards where you kind of met him in the first place, near the we'll call it his like cultist area.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't describe it.
His shadow cultist area.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
You're right.
Like a regular cultist area.
For some
but
reason,
different.
I envision him in like a black biker jacket, and he's like working on some like crazy chopper with the like ape hanger bars on it.
I love that
it.
actually. Love that. He says, kind of as you approach, let me clear my voice real quick. Just, all right, here we go. He says as you walk up, how did it go on the Skydock?
Think we could take care of your problem?
Yeah, we got him.
Excellent. Is Herembour alive?
Nope.
Well, that is sad to hear, but if he was in the way of us reutilizing and gaining control of Skydock, then it was only necessary that he be removed. Thank you.
That's exactly what we thought.
Is it safe for our engineers to return to Skydock to begin repairs?
Should be, right?
Yeah, so I think all the robots
make
are
them
gone.
have them check the chains, the ceiling chains before.
Yeah, look up. Definitely look up.
Okay, I will have them do that. Well, I will be honest, we won't be able to get the Skydock up and running for a few days. You can either stay here, or we can find a spot for you to stay up on the Skydock itself. It is up to you.
I mean, does that mean... Is it, like, broken in a way where we couldn't get to our ship? Like, I get maybe we couldn't take off, but could we, like, go there? Because we have, like, beds and stuff in there.
Your ship does not exist yet. We would have to construct it.
Right, yeah, that thing. That definitely makes sense, for sure. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
How long will that take? Is that like a day thing, like a week thing, like a? I'm not gonna offer any longer amounts of time.
Yes. I would guess that once the facility is back online, we could have a Starship for you, within a day.
Oh, great.
Is that the fastest part?
Pretty quick.
Yes, it
This
is.
place is crazy.
Yes, constructing things out of shadow is relatively easy. It's like 3D printing on the material plane.
Ooh. Yeah, that
I had a
makes sense.
traveler once that told me about that. It was quite wild.
Oh, you get a lot of travelers from the material plane, huh?
Well, no, he wasn't, but he had a friend of a friend who said they were from the material plane. And
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
we trusted him because I'd never heard anything about that.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Never heard of that happening before, but yeah, you right. That's true. Yep.
Yes. All right, we're back to try again.
Round 2.
Trying again.
Second time's the charm.
Second, third. Last time we did this, actually, I'm pretty sure we had 3 different video segments that I had to kind of like piece together because I think the PC the stream PC shut down in the middle of the stream.
Oh no, that was probably when Dad pulled the
I was
cable.
about to
Oh,
say,
you
like,
said
that's
about-
his dad unplugged it.
Man, good times.
That
He
was
said a bunch of things and had to
hilarious.
re-say a bunch of things.
Been in IT for like 25 years. I'm just gonna unplug this
Just
Ethernet
unplug
cable.
this.
Good stuff.
Hilarious.
All right, do we look good over there, by the way? I'm not looking at the stream.
Maybe I
Somebody
look
wants
good
to make
everywhere.
So good.
Good. All right, where were we? What, Alex? What?
We have like duplicated audio.
Do we?
Do we?
Oh
Do we?
no, wait. I'm dumb.
You listening to the stream?
I was trying to check the stream if we had audio, and I had it open in 2 places. So when I unmuted the tab, it unmuted both of them.
Incredible.
It's incredible.
Everything look
So-
good over there, though?
Yes.
Okay. Let's try this again. Where were we? Where did we pause at there for a second?
I think we were about.
Do we want to sleep down here or up in Skydock?
Oh, yeah. All right, yeah.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Both
What,
seem
Less likely to be
bad.
attacked by a shadow giant up there.
Which place has a better tacho joint?
Shadow tachos, you mean?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Probably generate some of those using some of the food systems up on Skydock easier than you can down here.
All right.
Good enough for me.
I can't guarantee safety from any of the equipment, though if you have completed the task that was asked of you, it is unlikely that any of the robots still remain corrupted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we did everything you told us to do.
We
As
killed
far as
that
I can
guy.
remember.
Yeah. I mean, it was only like an hour ago that you told us about it, so we definitely remember.
Yes,
And we did a
yes.
good job. Sorry, a shadow hour ago.
Shadow Aura. Yes. Well, yes, we'd be more than happy to find you some sleeping arrangements up in Skydock. I will have one of my engineers take you. Is there anything else I can provide for you for the time being?
I think we're okay.
I definitely remember this, but just to make sure, we asked you about finding like a mystic, right?
Finding a what?
A mystic or like a
Oh.
person that does magic at high levels.
Yes, we are attempting to find someone.
Okay. Or like a doctor that sells hypo pens.
Working on it.
Okay.
Maybe once we get our ship, we should go somewhere that had doctors. Or somewhere that had the opposite of doctors. One of the two. I'm not honestly sure which is more likely.
I might be able to actually craft.
Oh my gosh.
We don't have
This-
enough money.
This is the part where you say, oh, hang on.
We have so much
I
money,
have-
don't we?
I have some of those in my pocket right now.
No, I
That's
don't.
crazy.
I have white and black ones, but we need like brown ones, I think.
We need
Purple, maybe?
What
a
a good
green
naming
nanite
system.
hypo pen.
Green. We need green. Yeah.
Why is it named like that? Just name it what it does.
One of our engineers will take you back up to Skydock and find you a place to sleep. We will continue our search down here to see if there's anything we can help you with. I will let you know when the station is back up and running and when we can build your starship. Until then,
Thank
And he
you,
kind of
Father
just turns
Gloom.
and walks away.
You've been very accommodating.
Yeah, thank you, Danny.
See ya.
I can craft one next level.
Oh.
Okay.
Fucking God.
Well, it might be a minute for that, buddy.
We're behind on experience.
And engineer, yeah, milestones. I don't do based on XP. An engineer takes you back up to Skydock, and you are able to find a spot where you can rest for the night, for the next 2 nights, actually. Which, is normally good news, but for you guys, not so good. In fact, yeah,
Right.
really not good at all. So I am going to need, and if you want, we can kind of roleplay this through those 2 days if you guys want to do other things in the meantime. Otherwise, we can fast forward. It's completely up to you, but I will need, at least for this night, blind will saves from everybody, and a blind fortitude save from Twick.
Boy.
Before you... Okay, that's fine. You can still roll, and I'll go over this. All right.
I
Why does
do.
it say her name instead of her character for that?
Good question.
Why did I what?
When we roll privately, it says the player, not the character.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
That's interesting. I do. So I have improved Iron Will. I can spend a resolve point. That's what RP is.
Solve point. Right.
To reroll a failed will save.
Okay.
I don't. Obviously, I don't know if I failed it or not.
I would re-roll if I were you.
Intriguing. Intriguing. Great. I will roll one more time and spend a resolve point.
Okay.
I can use my jacket to reroll fortitude. Should I do that?
You are fine.
Oh yeah, you roll fortitude. Do you roll both?
I do.
You're goofy.
Yeah, he's goofy.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just give you a quick reminder of where we're currently at and how this corruption thing is working. It is, we are on day 32 of you being corrupted. That is 32.
I'm doing real well for 32 days, I feel like.
Yes, you're doing very well. Well, I won't say you're doing very well. You're doing well.
I feel like I'm doing pretty well.
You are on day 32, which means 32 checks. You guys have all used Resolve several times. Lisk is the lowest number of Resolve usage, which is 3 different times you've used Resolve. Luna at 5, Twick at 6, Ko at 7 uses of Resolve over the course of this. That's just because of the number of times you've failed for those specific rolls. As a reminder, each time your corruption progresses to an even numbered stage, you gain a manifestation, and that's what we've been sort of dealing with. The 2 people that currently exist at a odd level, Lisk and Twick. Ko and Luna are currently at even levels.
Easy.
The inconvenient part of that truth is that Ko and Luna are the 2 who have failed their will save.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
Luna's in like a really bad spot.
Luna is in a very
Yeah.
bad spot because you currently have used Resolve. So, you have 2 options. You can spend a number of Resolve points equal to 1 plus the number of manifestations you have, or,
Which is what, 4?
yeah, it's 4 right now, or you can just let the corruption progress.
So I could enter tomorrow with 1 resolve.
That's
Hey,
all you
Probably
need.
fine, right?
If you succeed, though, I mean,
can do
and nothing
anything.
happens during the day,
That's true.
probably
That'd be
fine.
fine.
We don't get anything new this time, right?
All right.
That's based on what you just said.
I
Correct.
don't
Granted,
remember.
You
if
have
this-
spent...
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you have spent currently no resolve, Alex. So it's up to you what you do here, but you do know you're currently at least somewhat safe in the Skydock. Granted, again, Father Gloom can't protect you from everything, so something I guess could happen. But most of the time, you guys are running into combat every day. So this is actually not a bad time to use resolve if you wanted to attempt it.
Yeah.
I don't remember if this was metagaming knowledge or something we learned in character, but I vaguely remember thinking Luna might die if it progresses one more.
If I get 1 more, the heavy implication or the insinuation was that like I would no longer have control over my character.
Okay, so not literal death, but
Yeah.
I can't imagine you would just keep being chill and cool.
You know that your... I don't even know how to describe this without revealing too much information. You know that your motivations and your intents are changing the further you travel down this path. I will read what happens when you gain your 3rd manifestation, which is, or I guess technically it's your 3rd gift. Feelings of being disconnected from the world increase dramatically upon accepting your 3rd gift. If your alignment is good, it shifts to neutral. To feel anything, you turn to pain and other extreme experiences. That's where you're at. You don't know what happens after that, but you are definitely not who you used to be.
Specifically gift, not just manifestation. So like if you
Yes,
Could take
that
so
one's-
it
could take 1 more.
Yeah, that one's just written weird, but typically it's based on gifts, not manifestations. There is a cap for both numbers, so if you hit a certain number of manifestations, a certain number of gifts, things might happen. Who knows? But those numbers are different. Gifts are the things where you're really embracing what's going on with the corruption. The manifestation itself is just like the outward expression of this corruption occurring. And it expresses itself in two ways, and that's one, the gift, and two, the stain.
So could you then maintain your identity by refusing the gift?
Yes, so you can refuse gifts. You do get a +1 bonus to all future saves against that corruption, which I have written in this sheet. Alex has already done it once. He refused a gift and accepted stain only. They do stack, and you can change your mind at any time if you want to go back and accept the gift and lose that one, extra point in that save, that one bonus.
Definitely feel like I underestimated how long this whole process would take. I should have done that like a year ago.
You'd be set.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I'll use resolve, so it'll cost 1 plus my number of manifestations.
Yes, so you will be at 3. Gonna use 3 resolve. All right. What's Luna gonna do?
It should be. Is it 3? I think it's 4.
It's 3 because you got a free one, if you remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not just the number I've written down.
No, you got a free one from this strange experience you had when you guys had a joint dream, and it just allowed you to get a free one without any of the implications of the negative or positive effects towards the continuation of the corruption. Just a free manifestation in the form of a gift.
Okay. And you still regain the stamina you're missing minus the stamina you used for this, right?
The resolve, yes.
Or you
And
resolve, yes.
if you succeeded a future one of these saves, you recover it all.
Okay.
It just stacks until you do.
All right.
Oh. So I wouldn't have 1, I would have 3. I would take my max and then subtract 4 twice.
Yes, yeah. You take your max, subtract 4 twice, because that's how many you would have spent if you do it twice in a row.
Gotcha. All right, so I'll spend it too.
Okay. All right. Got it. Okay, everybody remains in the same basic spots. Do you guys want to do anything today? You're still waiting on Father Gloom to finish the station and construct the ship. Did you want to do anything?
We sell stuff to them for UPBs.
Yes, you can.
Because if anybody wants one, I can craft, in 2 hours, I can craft a targeting computer that lets you ignore concealment on your attacks. It's a armor upgrade, which could be really useful for where we are.
No.
Is it an action to use?
No,
No, it's not.
but it doesn't
No.
work against total concealment. That's the
Correct.
so it works against the 20%, but not the 50.
So take a trip over to Hanmu's Handmaids.
On Moose Handmaids. You could. That's all the way back at the Gloaming.
Oh, that's right. That was really far away.
But there are plenty of people here who would buy, sell, and trade. They deal almost exclusively in UPBs, so you would not be able to get credits per se.
Okay.
But that's what you would use to craft, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever, we can do this later.
Does
I don't
my
really
armor
know what else
have
on
a
Janet.
slot?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out as well.
I can look at your characters and tell you. What? Let me see. You are.
It should
You're wearing the
say
Iridashell?
on
Yeah, I guess
capacity
so.
for your armor. It'll say X out of X.
Yeah, I believe you don't have any slots for that.
Okay.
I know Janet already has stuff on her.
Yeah.
That's
I have a
believe-
targeting computer.
I believe you already have a targeting computer.
Do I? Okay. All I
Yeah.
have written down about Janet, and this is just things that I have heard and remembered to write down, is that she has cold and fire resist.
The Joint Adaptive Neural Integration Technosuit is equipped with 4 upgrade slots,
you.
3 of which currently have upgrades installed. including a targeting computer with an AI to help you compensate for poor visibility conditions, a force pack to grant you flight, and a Mark II thermal capacitor designed to regulate heat, protecting you from extreme temperatures.
Okay.
The suit is also equipped with a joint adaptive system, allowing it to mold perfectly to your body shape and monitor vital signs to tell you when you are diseased, poisoned, or exposed to radiation.
Bless you, Janet. You're the best. Okay, thank you. I got it all this time. Thumbs up.
Alex, if you're wearing, you have superior Irida Shell. I don't know why it doesn't show it, but you actually have 3 upgrade slots. No. You're wearing superior?
Yep.
Wow, 4 upgrade slots.
Okay.
This thing is nuts. Plus 17, plus 18, it's worth 42,000 credits.
Yeah, man.
That was good stuff.
You can sell it for 4,200 credits.
Yeah.
It's so
I was
good.
just
Yeah.
looking. My total wealth is 80,000 credits. If I sell everything I own, I have the equivalent wealth by level of a 5th level character.
Man.
The system is so weird.
All right. I would take a targeting computer then.
It's just passive, too.
Yeah.
Absolutely
This
insane.
works.
Does it work on melee, or is that only a ranged attack thing? Okay.
Ignore
Target
concealment on
my-
attacks you make.
Yeah.
Target my sword, computer.
Alright, so we can sell off this ecclesiastic shadow chains. I have more than enough for 3
That's
of
really
them.
too bad, honestly. Somebody should be using those. Luna, I think yours has 2 upgrade slots.
Yeah.
In case you missed that. You're gonna sell the ecclesiastic shadow chains that morph to the size of character you are? They're so strong, though. And the name is just like, it sends chills down your spine.
What do they really do?
They're like, they're not.
Not
None
good.
of us use them. None of
Okay,
us can
fair
use
enough.
them, really.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Except for maybe Ko, but he has his own weapon.
They do
Yeah, it's
9d4
like a
melee weapon.
cold.
It's
And
like
they
a
have
chain.
entangle and bind
And their operative weapons?
and reach
Yeah, no.
and disarm and trip and analog.
They cost 76,800 credits.
Yes, they
Oh
do.
my god.
Yes, they do.
They're really expensive
We
to
get
buy.
like nothing out of them. That's insane.
All right, 3 of us want targeting computers.
Yes, sir.
2250 times 3.
Those aren't even
Well-
the crazy ones. There's
well,
a set
Slick is-
above those.
6750.
Can I look up anything about the where the new Elysium would exist? Shadow Elysium.
Sure.
Shadow D334H.
Yes,
It's
Shadow D.
probably
That's really
just-
good.
Old Elysium.
Old,
Right.
old Elysium.
Old Elysium.
So based on what you can look up, the diaspora does still exist. There is no data on this asteroid or on New Elysium or anything that you can find. If it is there, it's just there, but nobody really knows anything about it. Limited information.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
easy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's good?
Maybe.
Like, because it was like kind of unknown until they went there and fucked it all up, right?
Yeah, I mean, on the material
don't
plane,
know.
it was like a, it was a mining site for a while.
That's right. The ghost pirates.
Mm-hmm. And then there was investment by, well, it started out as a couple different companies, but Eclipse Innovations was one of them, alongside another company, if you remember, that had been a kind of silent third party. That was kind of an interesting development for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name?
Orca Clan Holdings, originally. Sold to Verkara Holdings. I'm just reading notes.
There was a... don't know. Does it have the name of the guy? They had to talk about a sort of union with Pact Technologies Corporation, which was the other sort of silent partner in all of this. This is in Kaon's journals, which I think you guys still have access to if you don't let me know.
Maybe this is a stupid question. Maybe we already did it. Can I just Google, or shadow Google, Shoodle?
Oh, there it is.
Eclipse Innovations.
You can. Zickum41, who's from Synteria, and Yolan Stride from Pact Technologies Corporation were the other partners. Eclipse Innovations returns very little results on the Shadow Sphere. The only thing really noted is that they do have a site listed on Verces, and that's it. It's like an employment posting site that they use to hire people. That's about all you can find on them.
And we could go get jobs.
Maybe.
Okay, cool. That's at least something.
Is Code doing anything? I know that Lisk and Luna are doing some research. Code just chilling?
Yeah, I don't really know what to do.
You're just like, you keep seeing KLs and you're like, these aren't the adventurers you're looking for. Seeing if it works on them.
Yeah.
Just waiting on
I'm
them.
playing with my new targeting computer that's
Yeah.
presumably on like my wrist or something.
Well, it would be in your helmet, right? Your
I
eyes.
guess.
Because it helps you target, not your sword target.
But the only thing I can think of is like, it's gonna move my hand for me some or
Well, it's
something.
like, have you seen like Civil War, Marvel, Avengers 3, Captain America 3, whatever that one was?
Civil War, Marvel, Avengers 3.
Yeah, you know
That's a good movie.
You know the movie.
But when Iron Man and Captain America are fighting, Tony's computer's going like boop, 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 like watch out for his fist over here, and it's like showing like weak points. I imagine it's more like that,
Yeah.
Okay.
where it's like, look, with the way he's moving, he'll be here when you want to swing
Aim
or
for that
whatever.
point. Gotcha.
Yeah, right. The head, and it's just a big circle on their head.
Yeah.
Okay, as we get closer to the end of the day, Father Gloom shows back up. And he kind of just finds you guys where you're at and the place you're staying. He was told by one of the engineers. Maybe just touches base with you for a second on how your accommodations are. And then he proceeds and he says,
I am grateful for your help, and I am sure that you have suffered somewhat on this journey. I understand you're afraid of the corruption within you. Sleeping in some, raging in others. But there are ways to master this power without giving in to it. If you wish, I can perform a ritual and grant you the Midnight Lord's blessing to allow you to overcome some of the drawbacks of the shadow living inside of you. Beware. This will not cure your corruption. It may even tempt you closer to allowing the shadow to swallow your soul. In addition, the ritual requires you to endure the smallest taste of pain. Merely a gift to take with you as a reminder of your time here with us.
and he just kind of smiles at you.
Does it remove negative levels?
Yes. I do also remember you were looking for a mystic. Sadly, we have not any high-level mystics who could cast such a spell, nor any who would be willing to if we found them. Restoration is not a spell our mystics would choose to tap into, considering its nature. We do, however, have a network of vendors, suppliers, and one of them has provided me with something that may be of use to you. It is an item that has been passed around, no one wishes to use.
And he has a bag. He's not touching what's in the bag. He's just holding the bag, and he kind of just hands it to you. And I don't know if you reach out to grab it, but he's kind of holding out and he says,
I don't know if you'll be able to use this, but none of the cult of Zon-Kuthon would ever attempt it.
I'll take it.
Grab.
Yeah,
go
well,
ahead.
whoever.
No, you got it.
And you both grab at the same time. It's really weird.
Our hands touch.
Ooh.
You do open the
Soaring
bag
music.
to find a spell gem of restoration.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Just one, huh?
Just one. He does say, he kind of follows up with his original comment about the Dark Lords, the Midnight Lord's blessing, and he says,
There is a chance that if you offer more to the Midnight Lord, that in lieu of getting rid of some of your drawbacks, he may be able to cure additional afflictions, possibly to the same extent that this item I have provided you will do. But I cannot guarantee it.
Are you thinking of taking up on the offer, Abe?
On the drawbacks or on
on the ritual
negative level?
The ritual, excluding the spell gem right now.
The choice is yours, but you can only do one, as the Midnight Lord's blessings do not extend further than that.
I'm thinking I can do the ritual, and I'll try to push for the reversal of levels.
Ooh, he wants to do the ritual.
And then you can have the spell gem.
Cannot also guarantee that it will cleanse all of your affliction.
Yeah.
How many negative pulse do you have?
he has
Two.
two.
Fuck off. That sucks.
That's hard, man.
Because I kind of wanted to do the ritual anyway, excluding the extra stuff. Because I have one affliction that I really want to get rid of.
Does the spell gem remove all negative levels?
It removes
Is that what
one
restoration do?
only. So the way
Oh.
restoration works is you have to spend 5 resolve and cast it to remove one permanent negative level. It only has
Dang.
one spell in it, and you can only use restoration once per week on any given target to remove a single negative level.
So I can't even cast it right now.
You'd have to wait until you get your resolve back.
Could somebody else cast it on him, or is that not how
Only
that spell works?
someone who can
you have to-
cast spells
Just to
can
be able
do
to
it.
use a spell gem. I can,
Right.
but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Maybe, do you think we could find Shadow, our friend whose name I forget? Shadow Chad?
Sedona.
Shadow Sedona. So
Shadow Sedona.
Shadow Chad. I'd guess unlikely.
Alright. Well, I can try it after I sleep then. No, I'm not going to do the regular ritual though. I appreciate the offer, but I think I'll pass.
So it gets rid of, just to make sure that I, the player, am understanding it, it gets rid of the drawback of one of our things.
it might, right?
Yeah,
Said it might.
presumably it
Okay.
will get rid of one of the stains to
Okay.
one of your manifestations.
Okay. Don't mind my stains.
This ritual sounds pretty good to me. I'm on board, I guess.
Yeah. Ko's a big ritual guy.
Okay. Is it,
Big ritual
is
guy.
it just Ko?
Can I watch the ritual first and then decide?
No.
This is a one-time.
He would specifically say this is a one-time offer, as they do not usually let outsiders into the temple or the chapel of Zon-Kuthon. And if you're going to do this, you have one opportunity, and it's go now or not ever.
You only got one shot, one opportunity.
Oh my gosh.
Mom spaghetti.
Man, I saw the trailer for. I don't know why I hadn't seen this before, but I saw a trailer for Fast 10 yesterday.
Is Eminem in it?
No, that would have been excellent.
Genuinely wouldn't have even been the weirdest thing.
Okay. I was like, if there ever was a Fast and the Furious trailer that just exemplifies all Fast and the Furious, like the entire thing, it's that one.
All right, Alex, you need to tell Abe about the plan for the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Well, if he
at this
hasn't
point,
seen
though.
the movies, well, so
It won't
Fast and
spoil
Furious.
anything.
This movie that came out was supposed to be part 1 of 2 to finish the franchise,
Right.
and they ended it on a huge cliffhanger. And the movie didn't do that great. So now there's all this stuff coming out that possibly they're just not going to do part 2, and they're going to go back to basics and do like a Fast and the Furious 1 style Fast and the Furious movie.
Like reboot it.
That's the stupidest
But
thing.
not reboot it, just like continue, and then on the side they're gonna like wrap up the loose ends from this past movie in like a Shaw movie, like a Shaw side movie.
Oh, okay.
But no Hobbs, right?
No Hobbs.
No Hobbs, I guess. I don't know.
Couldn't
Although
get Dwayne.
he's supposed to come back, I don't know.
We'll see.
Crazy. I don't know if that'll actually happen. That'll be nuts if that happens.
All right, who's coming with Father Gloom to the Midnight Lord's Chapel? It has to be done at midnight.
Oh, of course it does. It sounds too cool not to do. I'm in.
Nice.
Okay, that's 2. No Twix?
I don't know.
Code needs
man.
someone to hold his hand while he goes.
Oh.
I got one stain I really wouldn't mind getting rid of, but I got 2 stains I really wouldn't mind getting rid of.
Stains are pretty brutal. Or can be, anyway. It's up to you.
All right, fine.
Abe, you're officially out? Luna's out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Father Gloom will take you back down the long elevator, which, if you remember, is like an hour ride. And he leads you down this, through this, like, these sets of alleys towards the area where he and the cultists reside, up to a stark and disturbing chapel. And as you approach, you can hear the sounds of people screaming and laughing and screaming. It is both disturbing and comforting for all 3 of you simultaneously. And you can see Father Gloom watching you as you start to perceive some of the sounds that are coming out of this chapel. And he walks up to the door, and as he pushes his hand against it, it almost looks like it's organic. Because his hand kind of like presses into the side of the door. It makes a little bit of a squishing sound, and the door just slowly swings open. The sounds of these screams and laughter, joyous laughter, just make it to your ears even louder now. And he sort of points for you to proceed in. And as you step into the chapel, you kind of make out this very strange scene. First of all, the pews are like coated in all kinds of different things, different fluids, it appears. There's blood in some areas, there's black liquid in other areas. The stench is, it doesn't smell like rotten, but it definitely smells old and decayed. You can't quite place like what that smell is coming from. And then as you see closer to the front, you see a couple floor drains where there's just blood that is sort of making its way down these rivers and making it to the floor drain and disappearing through the floor. And as your eyes sort of follow these rivers of blood, you see there are chairs with patients seated in them, strapped into the chairs. And sitting next to them are these, what appear to be artists. And they are currently, one of the patients is currently being tattooed on one of his arms. And one of the other patients is currently getting these long spikes driven underneath each one of his fingernails in his left hand.
The tattoo sounded
Those 2
so
things
nice.
not the same.
Even close.
Not even similar.
I will tell you, this tattoo looks nothing like any tattoo you've ever seen.
The shadow tattoo, excuse me.
It is also much deeper than any tattoo you've ever seen. And Father Gloom says...
bone tattoo?
Quite no. Father
Caleb,
Gloom
it's
says,
a shadow bone tattoo.
Sorry, thank you.
The Midnight Lord requires your time and your blood. If you make this sacrifice, there is a chance that he will grant you a blessing to overcome one of your drawbacks. Please, take a seat.
and there are about 5 empty chairs. You can kind of pick any number of them.
Ooh, I take 3.
As you sit down in
we'll
chair
take the
number
other two.
3.
No.
Oh, you're taking
I leave,
3
sorry.
chairs. Got it.
You gotta
as you sit,
stand.
as you guys sit down in the chairs, next to you see like it doesn't look like a book like you normally like flip through different tattoo designs. It's just 2 things. One of them shows a long spear going through what looks like a hand, like a piece of flesh, and the other one looks like a pen that is what it almost looks like writing on bone.
A shadow bone.
Bone tattoo.
You guys synchronized on it. That was so good.
We choose.
Yeah, the artist who's sitting next to each of you just says,
Choose.
I'll choose the tattoo.
"Okay, tattoo,
Spike.
spike."
Oh no.
Now I have to choose. The problem, I already have a tattoo.
Hmm.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I've got
Forgot
my
about that.
tummy tattoo.
Uh-huh. It's a really good one, too.
It is. It's a great
perfect,
one.
really.
I think I gotta go for the spike then.
Okay, spike. All right. The artists all simultaneously start working on each of you. For Twick, these are what ends up happening to you is spikes are inserted next to your femur.
That's one of the good
Long
bones.
spikes. And they are incredibly painful. For Lisk, one of the artists moves over to the other side of your head and begins cutting on your other ear.
Oh, my good ear.
Yes.
God
You don't know specifically what, but just carving essentially, and it is immensely painful. For Ko, one of the artists sort of moves down and next to your left hand, like on the inside, like on your wrist, takes a very long knife and with what looks like ink on the end, you can't quite tell, but plunges it into your hand, and you can see the ink just begin to spread, and itself begins to create this strange, elaborate design. The artist doesn't even really move the pen. He kind of just holds it there, and it looks like the ink is sort of moving, and it moves up your palm, it moves around to the back of your wrist, and sort of moves up your fingers. And again, painful, maybe not as painful as the other two, but still painful. For those of you who chose, I guess for Twick and Lisk, you will get a +2 on the fortitude save that you will be making to see if maybe you can, I don't know, get rid of one of your stains.
Fortitude, that's good.
Fortitude.
Here I
save,
was.
That is good.
Thinking it would be a save I was good at. Intriguing.
And Alex, I believe you chose a level for like an attempt at like a darker, deeper pain in order to cure something, correct?
Sure. Yeah.
Father Gloom maybe walks up next to you and he says,
If you wish to continue this process, we will need to go deeper.
I can handle it.
okay.
This is nothing. I've had so many bone tattoos.
Another artist,
You don't
that
see them
you-
because they're on my bones.
another artist that you did not previously see steps up behind the chair, and he has in his hands 2 long, jagged daggers. And he takes both of them and he shoves them on either side of your spine next to your kidneys and just slowly moves them into your body. You, my friend, are actually going to take some damage for this, unlike the other 2. And this is
surprised the other two didn't.
This is direct hit point damage,
Oh,
not
no.
stamina damage.
That's a lot of d6s.
You will take 25 points of piercing damage direct to your hit points.
Okay.
Like a chunk.
Yes. And you will also get a attempt at a fortitude save. Since you decided to go the full route of pain, you will also gain +2. If you'd have stuck with just the tattoo and you didn't want to go the whole way, you'd have been normal fortitude save, but you get the +2 to attempt this. Granted, yours is a little bit more difficult because of what you're attempting, but everybody needs to make me a blind fortitude save, please. The DC, by the way, 10 plus a whole bunch of additional things, one of them being half your level, and the other being the number of manifestations you have.
Sounds like I'm not going to make that.
Yeah, for sure.
Got a good chance.
That's
also,
hard.
if I fail this, I would like to use my jacket.
Okay.
If I fail mine, I would also like to use this jacket.
All right,
If I
so that
rolled a
means
1, I'd like eternal hope.
let's see. The save number you're looking for is half level, so we're looking at rounded down 5 plus manifestation, so 19? Yeah. That is a 19 for Ko, an 18 for Ko, and then a 19 for Lisk, and an 18 for Twick, because it's a slightly different number of manifestations. Ko, you saved.
Ooh.
I don't. That's surprising. Okay.
What's your bonus to fortitude?
7.
Oh, yeah.
It's the
Nice.
same as me.
I got a 10 over here.
It is my best save.
That's your best save? A 7?
Yikes.
That's grim.
That's my worst save.
Twick, you saved.
Nice.
You rolled a 29.
Wow.
Lisk,
Yeah.
you saved exactly.
Such a slow
And
run up.
as you are sitting there, you all three hear maybe different versions of a voice. You can't quite make out what it's saying, but you hear almost like mumbling. But you get the sense and you feel maybe the presence of what Father Gloom has described as the Midnight Lord. For Twick and Lisk, that means you can ignore and remove 1 stain from your manifestations. For Ko, you can remove 1 negative level.
Yay!
Nice. Do I do the one that annoys me or the one that can kill me?
That's a good question. And Father Gloom, as you sort of get up from your seats, he just says,
May the Midnight Lord bless all those who sacrifice in his name.
and he points you towards the door where there's a couple engineers waiting to take you back up.
And also with you.
As you're walking out, Lisk, you hear a familiar voice.
Lisk, I'm starting to think you view injuries as collectibles. This car's from a laser blast, and this one's a souvenir from that delightful skirmish with space pirates. You're like a walking museum of bad decisions.
Aw, thank you, Janet. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. That's so sweet.
Absolutely.
You guys
when
make
I
your
get
way
a
back up to
Sorry,
Skydock.
go on.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
How bad is the other ear now? Am I symmetrical?
You are not symmetrical. They
that's-
cut it the opposite direction of your last tear on your ear, but you are missing a part of your ear now.
That's fun.
Yes. If you guys would like, you can remove. Twick can remove the spikes that are near his femur at this point.
Yeah.
If you do, I'm gonna need a another fortitude save from you to see if you just take damage here from trying to pull these out, or I'll let you do a medicine check. Either
Yeah, I
one.
was about to argue that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Got some rope I can help. Oh no,
Oh,
that's
dude,
still really
Still
good.
28.
That is really good. You succeed. You are able to pull them
Nice.
out precisely and patch the holes up rapidly.
So how'd it go?
Oh, it hurt a lot, actually. Like a lot.
You gotta try it. That was awesome. So cool.
I'm not sure about that.
Check this out. Hold up my left hand.
Oh yeah, what
Which
does...
shadow tattoo?
I don't see anything.
I will say your tattoo is really unique, actually, because the ink is still moving.
Oh.
Heck yeah, it's so cool.
It's very
Bonus.
weird.
Bonus of
It's pretty sweet.
taking this route.
Man, now I'm jealous.
All right, anything else you guys want to do? I mean, it is midnight, so you probably want to just go to sleep, but anything before you go to bed?
So I only got the level reverse. Is that how that worked?
You only got the level reverse,
Okay.
yes. You did not remove any of your... That's why it was a one-time offer for one or the other.
Gotcha.
Sure. Man, it's so mean of them to throw something that does negative levels and then be like, yeah, they probably have a mystic in the party, right?
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Man. This whole... Actually, the last 2 books of this AP are really like, a mystic would be incredibly helpful across the board.
Mhm.
There's so many mysticism checks, things you guys would have learned that you have not learned because you didn't have anybody capable of achieving it. It's hard. It's very difficult.
We
weird.
don't do magic here.
Yeah.
It's weird because, like, before we started playing Starfinder, when I was looking at the classes and looking at Discourse Online, everybody was like, yeah, casters are, like, not really a thing in Starfinder. Like, don't worry about it.
Get out of here, dude.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Casters are really cool, I think.
It's like, it's the sci-fi one. I'm not going to play a wizard in the sci-fi one.
Right?
That's why I like the Technomancer. And I like
that was my second pick.
the Nanosite. Both of those seem really cool. The Witch
Nanosite,
Warper also seems strange, but also not easy to play.
Which one?
Witch Warper. He's like the time
yeah.
manipulator.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys are going to go to sleep for the night, which means, oh yeah, I
We
will
level
take
up.
4 blind will saves and 1 blind fortitude save from Twick.
Will is my worst save, by the way, which is
What
why
is
I'm.
it? Is it
It's
3?
It's 5.
No.
Okay.
That's so bad, man. What the
That's
heck?
really bad.
It's the reason why I've had the most issues with this. Most resolve spent.
I mean, it also, though, Abe and I just let it happen.
You did
I was
just let it happen
way
for a while.
higher. Yeah, until it was like, the next one might kill you, and it's like, oh.
It's like, guys, I don't think you understand what's happening here.
I thought we were just having like a fun adventure.
Man. Oh, hold on. Oh, you used resolve. Okay. Okay. Lisk and Co. You guys sleep soundly.
Yes, let's go.
That's really
Luna
bad.
and
for
Twick,
Luna.
however,
Aw.
you do not.
Will or
I
Fort?
think Luna has just been repeatedly
Bring it on.
thinking about Drogar more than anything else. And it has just eaten at everything.
Can't
and
sleep?
it is wrecking you. You can't sleep. You, I don't think, can spend resolve
can't.
here. So the good news is you're going to get all your resolve points back.
Sweet.
So that part's nice. But you will be moving on up in terms of where you're at for your
Really,
corruption
really
level.
is.
Bye-bye.
I think Luna was just upset she didn't get to come do the cool ritual.
Regret. That's what it
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
That's what did it, of
Regrets with an A.
course.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, that puts you at an odd level, my friend.
Maybe it won't be so bad.
Maybe not. Twick, are you going to spend resolve?
Was it a fort or a will save?
It's a will save.
Yes. Spending
You're going to
resolve.
spend resolve. Okay,
I
so
haven't
that
tried
is
right now, so
3 resolve for you. Okay. That puts 3 of you on odd levels. Yikes. Yoicks. You wake up in the morning. Father Gloom, you can tell like the engineers have made considerable progress in the Skydock. And Father Gloom comes by and he says, this is probably like mid-morning. He says,
I do believe we'll be able to reconstruct your starship out of shadow material by later this afternoon, possibly early evening. Will you be departing immediately?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, right, guys?
Yep.
Probably.
Did you find those 2 guns? Can we put those on the ship?
Yes, we can install your new weapons, of course. We will attach them to your ship. Are you sure you don't want to stay another night? I would be more than happy to attempt some of my own treatments.
Oh.
What was that like? Wait a second.
It is not as cleansing as what the Midnight Lord can provide, but it would provide insight for me into the inner workings of some organisms that I don't typically get to see here.
This is like a you benefit only thing.
Well, some find pleasure in pain.
You make a good point, but we're on a tight schedule.
Yeah, we do. We gotta, like, save the galaxy or something. I've lost track of it a little bit, but, it's probably really important.
So be it. Good luck. May the Midnight Lord guide and direct you.
And also with you.
You're leading us also.
Yes, lead, guide, and direct.
May the Midnight Lord lead, guide, and direct you.
He leaves you on your way, and you do have one of the engineers come by a little later that afternoon and says that your starship is complete.
Nice.
And if you make your way over there, you see, yes, the outline and shape and size of your starship, but its material is semi-transparent. So one of the strangest things you've ever seen. It looks like it's made entirely of some sort of very strange shadow substance. You cannot see all the way into the cockpit. Obviously there's multiple layers, bulkheads, inner linings, different walls that are there. It is your ship, and as you enter it, you can see that the inside is more complete, if you will, than the outer shell. So you have a functioning, working ship that works exactly like your starship would on the material plane. Everything seems familiar to you. All of the upgrades you've completed up to the point at which you docked your ship at Kuvakara exist on this ship. You also get your 2 weapons that you had from your combat earlier. They're now installed on the ship as well. And you're ready to take off.
All right.
Yeah, let's get out of here, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
this place kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, I can
Not
cast
that where
this.
we're going is going to be any better, but maybe
I
it's
cast
possible.
this restoration spell on
You-
myself.
Can now, since you have resolve.
Let's not looking.
Do I have to roll for it?
I do believe you do. It does say
What level do you have to be for 4th level spells?
level 11.
Oh,
How
Yes.
convenient.
so I can just cast it.
Yeah, the good news is even if you were level 11, it's up to.
I can't because I have a negative level. I can't cast it.
Correct. You still have to
Son of
roll.
a gun. Okay.
So the DC of casting a spell from a spell ampule is 10 plus the spell level plus. This is so weird. The modifier of the user's key ability score.
Yeah.
So this is a level 4 mystic spell.
The DC includes my.
Oh no, that's the save. All right, let me go back here.
I say it's harder based on how good you are.
No. That's what I was
ridiculous.
saying. That seems weird. Caster level check with a DC equal to the spell gem's item level. That can't be right.
Oh,
Yeah.
They have item levels.
Oh, so
but-
item level +1. So the DC is technically only a 12. Does that make sense? Spell
No.
within the gem, you can attempt to use it again. Only spellcasters can use spell. If you're a spellcaster, blah blah blah. You must have a high enough key ability score to cast it. If the spell's gem item level is higher than your caster level, once you've spent full casting time on a spell, you must succeed at a caster level check.
So what item level is a spell gem for?
It's a level 11.
Ooh, okay.
You must succeed at a caster level check with a DC equal to the spell gem's item level +1, or you fail to cast the spell. So it is,
It's really
in fact,
the item level +1?
Yeah, that's what it says.
That's nice. That means it's easy.
If you fail to cast the spell from a spell gem, the spell remains within the gem, and you can attempt to use it again. But I think specifically you have to wait a day. I don't think you can use it.
Sure.
Like just constantly roll it over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And what is the caster? What is a caster level check? D20 plus my score.
Caster level.
Yeah, your caster level, which would be in this case. What would it actually
D20
be?
plus my caster level plus my charisma.
Possibly.
So I just automatically succeed.
Well, your caster level is only like 1 or 2, right? How many levels do you have in?
Yeah, because you only one level in Mystic, right?
No,
1.
No, my caster level is my.
Oh yeah, because you have that
level.
weird spell gem. What's it called?
Yeah, my caster level is my envoy level.
It was like a feat.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, what's a
Easy peasy then.
envoy thing, right? Yeah, that's great.
So I think I just cast it.
Okay. You cast the spell.
Sweet.
The spell stored within the gem is expelled, and the magic encoded within the gem's lattice is forever expended, and you are restored 1 negative level.
And it cost me 5 resolve.
It costs you 5 resolve.
Dang. All right.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
of resolve.
It is.
All right.
Well, at least,
If
at least
it
you
were
were full
temporary,
before.
you could do it without spending resolve, but because it became permanent, you gotta use resolve to get rid of it.
Okay.
All right, you
Fun.
are
Exciting.
healed.
Feel good.
Where are you guys headed?
Good question.
New Elysium, I guess.
Do we want to go there? Do we want to go to the
That other
station?
place that we
Absalom
found.
Absalom
station.
Absalom, we can go to
Goodness
Absalom
gracious.
first.
Yeah, sure.
Check out the glare.
Depends on how long you want to spend rolling your will saves.
Oh.
Oh my god, how close are those two options? That's a great question.
Yeah.
Well, Diaspora is definitely closer.
Okay.
Because if you look at the, let me see, do I have
We'll go
this map?
flyby. We'll go.
I think I have this map. Hold on 1 second.
We'll go swing by Shadow Elysium.
Yeah,
See Shadowfill.
he's probably fine there. Yeah.
Here is the map of the Pact Worlds. You are currently on Verces. The Diaspora and Idari are rather close together, and you are closer to the Diaspora than you are Absalom, because Absalom is closer to Castrovel.
Got it. And
So-
Verces, when I googled, when I was doing some research on the Shadow Internet, Verces was the only one that came up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, you probably found limited information about the other planets, but in this
But
plane,
in terms of places that had
Eclipse
Eclipse
Invasion.
Innovations.
Eclipse
Yes.
Innovations, thank you.
Only
I'm
Verces.
So slow tonight. Okay,
Only Verces. You're fine.
that sucks.
Where's Galarian?
Absalom Station.
Oh yeah, I should have made it's next to Absalom Station. And it's not called Galarian. It's a giant mountain.
It's right here. It's just the same color as the background.
Yes, you just can't see it because it's dark. It's
Zovakian?
covered in darkness.
Is that right?
That's shadowy.
Zovakian.
Zovakian.
It is spelled Xovaikain.
Yeah, sure. You can just call it whatever you want, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Excellent spelling. Yeah. So you guys tell me where you want to go.
I mean,
Do a quick flyby.
yeah,
See how Shadow
I feel
Elysium's
like we
doing?
should look. Because I don't.
Yeah.
I can't
less
think
we
of
have to
any
do.
other like realistic leads that we have.
Yeah.
And we know something weird was happening there, so.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, they could have something set up there on this end, right? Because we didn't really find much on our end,
Mm-mm.
No.
so maybe it was coming from this side.
Yeah, I mean, the only place we've interacted with Eclipse is Verces, New Elysium, and Absalom Station, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Actually, let's just go to Aposte. We'll just...
Yeah, whatever. Then we just retire now. Turns out this was too hard.
Go back to that random junkyard.
Yeah.
It will take you 2 days to make it to New Elysium, or the area where you know it is at. So you'll have 2 days to prep anything, but also make some rolls for me, so that's fun.
I just spent 5 resolve.
Yes,
if anybody wants, if anybody wants items, I can craft any item up to our level except for magical ones.
Do we have money?
Well, presumably we could have sold most of our stuff for PBs.
Yeah, we'll just I'll say you could have sold pretty much anything you want to sell. So if you want to get rid of stuff from that inventory, I'm more than happy to just give you those.
Right.
Just keep that in mind, I guess, while we travel, because we have 2 days to. It takes me like 4 hours to craft something, so I can make a total of like 4 items that are our level.
Okay. Are you wanting to do anything on the first day?
I would like a green nano-hypo pen.
I can't,
man.
That's above our level.
It's above. Yeah,
I
you
said
can't
our
craft
level or
it.
lower.
Oh, okay. I would
And
like
also
to level
non-magical.
up.
What level is it? Is it like 18?
It's 12.
Oh, it's 12.
It's literally
Okay.
next level. Yeah.
Dang. Hate to see it.
Man, if we weren't behind on XP.
Oh my gosh.
Even so, I think serums are magical, so I don't think I could craft it.
Could have done some
that's-
XP farming.
The good news is, if Luna goes insane and dies,
Mm-hmm.
Abe might be able to reroll a mystic.
Oh,
You can get all my stuff.
Yeah.
Can we look up like good farming spot?
good farming spot.
In
They're like a loot
Shadow
cave
Good
Plane.
XP farm.
situation.
Yeah.
Good XP farm, Shadow
Is there a-
Plane.
Is there a dungeon I can just go back and exit and then go right back in? The enemies have all respawned?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Get any like rare drops on the way?
Tons of rare drops.
Nice.
Okay. Anybody do anything day one before we go to make some rolls?
I'm probably crafting some stuff, I would guess, but don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what I need at this point.
Would it be too much to say we can look at stuff off session?
That's what
No,
I'm
it's
saying.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's totally
Okay.
fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Just because I have no idea what.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah.
We'll go that way. That's totally fine. Okay. So one thing as you guys are flying, you do notice that now that you're away from Verces, that the light from the stars in other systems, the only stars that you can even make out, there are very few stars in the sky, do not penetrate very far into the shadow plane, making it very difficult for you to even figure out how far you've made it. You're basically relying entirely on your navigational computer. There are no visual cues to show you travel distance. Very difficult to tell how far you're going. You're just kind of floating in this infinite expanse of darkness. And space even seems strange. It almost seems like it is less empty than space in the material plane, if that can make any sense.
It's less empty.
Yes. I don't know how else
What's
to
that
describe
mean?
that. It's the way the
Dummy
book
thick.
describes it. It just says it's less empty.
Is it like soup?
It
Can I drink it?
Like Florida.
it says
It's
specifically
humid.
it says specifically that your sensors and visual cues are occluded by the shadow stuff that makes up the space in the shadow plane.
That's right. What we said was dumb. It's shadow humidity.
Shadow
yeah,
stuff,
yeah. Totally.
Okay. All right.
Okay. But you based on sensors, you think you make it about halfway, and we are going to go in for some rolls. Blind will
Because,
saves,
like,
please.
Matter and dark matter are reversed.
So we're flying through antimatter.
Yeah.
Okay, this is day 34. Nice.
Also, I realized I can make magical stuff too, actually.
Oh,
Of course. Did you find something in your backpack?
yeah.
Well, no, it's actually related to losing a stain, a certain stain.
Nice.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's convenient. All right. Remind me again who all has reroll capabilities?
I have if I roll a 1, I can
I guess technically I have 2 because I have that same thing Alex just said he has on a 1, but I also have improved Iron Will, which lets me re-roll a failed will save.
Okay. Lisk and Twick, I will tell you, you should probably re-roll your will save unless you just want to keep it. It's up to you.
No.
I can't re-roll will. Mine's only fortitude.
Oh no. Well,
Where's your jacket
unless
now?
I failed by exactly 1, in which case I have something that makes me succeed.
You failed by exactly 1.
Nice.
No
Turquoise
way.
Aeon
How
Stone coming in.
Unless
to
I
play.
fail by exactly 1 and it's Tuesday in the month of March.
Okay. All right. Oh, you re-rolled that not blind. Got it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I thought it would save my pick. I apologize. I can delete it.
Well,
But we all know it.
the good news is that everybody, with the exception of Luna, sleeps well.
No fucking. There's no way.
Unbelievable.
That's
Yeah.
illegal. This is harassment.
Sadly.
All right.
Okay, so here's the good news is you're going to recover your 5 resolve points. So you can still spend 4 resolve right now to succeed. It's up to you.
All right. Yep. So I'm down to 7
Okay, that's all you need.
on the day.
All right. 14. Okay, got
I
it.
don't get jumped by space pirates.
Yeah. Okay. So that is day 1. You guys all wake up. Luna, your dreams, I will say, are getting darker, but you are finding yourself less and less afraid of them. Actually, I would say they're becoming more dreams than nightmares. How about that? Okay, back to day 2. I'm going to assume that you guys are going to off-session craft some things again, which is totally fine.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
About 6 hours into your journey on day 2, your sensors pick up a single vessel moving towards you. I don't know who's currently on sensors, who's currently either at engineering or at science officer, but if you would like, you can make a computers check here.
It's got to be me or Caleb.
It's probably normally me on sensors.
Is it the Shadow Buzzblades?
Probably makes sense. I was thinking that exactly.
That's amazing.
So there you go.
Oh, let me actually take you guys to the ship. That's where we
my
should be.
do
at.
it.
Why do
again.
we have you on sensors?
2. Everything that's not a save so far, I rolled a 2 on.
You're just playing Galaga.
All right, back in the
Sorry,
good old
Shadow
ship.
Galaga.
All right, 23 on computers. Yeah.
Quick's looking in the rear view at Verces as we fly farther and farther away. Distracted. That's his home planet.
The bad news is you were not fast enough and didn't understand the readout you were getting from your sensors to understand that this ship bears down on you faster than you would have expected based on the visual distance and the sensor distance that was shown. It's almost as if it is moving quicker between point A and point B, faster than it should be. It is right on top of you. And you immediately get a, honestly, if you guys want to know why, if you guys want to roll a mysticism check, you can do that here. I don't know who can even roll mysticism,
Yeah.
but I'll let you do it.
Several of us.
Boom. I am so good at it.
Wow, 33.
This time.
All right, 33. Thank you, Alex. What is this?
Like it.
33. You would know with that check that, well, you understand that this ship is on you because distances on the shadow plane are compact compared to their corresponding distances on the material plane, and this exists even in spatial distances. So they just move quicker towards you. You immediately pick up a broadcast from this starship.
Welcome to the shadow plane, unknown vessel. We invite you to partake of carnal experiences never before known to your kind. Lower your shields and be embraced.
How do they know we're not from the shadow plane?
Oh, I put up
Shadow
a sign that said "New to Shadow Plane." Honk if you're from the material plane. Did they? So is that's just like an invite to an orgy? Is that what I just said?
That's what it sounded like.
You hear it replay again.
Welcome to the Shadow Plane, unknown vessel. We invite you to partake of carnal experiences never before known to your kind.
I'm sorry, is this a recording or are we
Lower
talking to a
your
real person?
shield and be embraced.
As far as you can tell, it's a recording.
Oh. No, thank you. I hang up.
Yeah.
You're just gonna immediately hang. There's no hang up. It's just a broadcast.
Interested. Bye.
Yeah, we're busy that day. Sorry.
Okay. No response means we're going straight into Starship combat.
That's what
Correct.
Oh yeah!
You
We
mean
lower the
Shadow Ship
shields. We
combat.
lower the shields and invite them in.
Take it back. I take it back.
Here's the good news. I have read all up on narrative Starship combat, and that's what we're going to actually do this time. So no real
nice.
Starship combat. We're going to try this and see how it goes.
Ooh.
It's very different. I will tell you that the only thing you really need to know about narrative Starship combat, this actually I think will be much shorter than normal Wait, let me take it back. I know it will be
Impossible.
shorter
It
than
could be
regular
longer.
Starship combat.
Yeah.
The important thing is the way this will work is very similar to a Starship Chase. They kind of just redesigned narrative combat to be like Starship Chase. It's just a series of rounds. Your starship has two important things. Well, technically 4 important things. You have a stat block that includes a couple things: the average DC and the hard DC in order to succeed at checks. You have hit points, which for most starships is 5, and then you have what is known as a threshold, which is 3. How this works is you have to succeed at, and all starships have this stat block. You have to succeed at that number of checks, whatever the threshold is, in a round in order to hit the starship for 1 hit, if that makes sense. And you're trying to reduce it to 0 hit points. So you need to succeed 5 rounds of starship combat, exceeding a threshold of 3, which means 3 of you need to have succeeded a check, or 1 or more of you needs to succeed at a check by spending additional resolve or making a condition where you get additional successes. Do you follow so far?
I think so.
Okay.
So,
On this summary sheet that I've put together, you will find your page. At the beginning of each round, what's going to happen is I'm going to choose a tactic for the enemy ship, which might affect how you guys take your turn. Each of you will take an action related to whatever role you've chosen, and you can choose to pick a new role before every round. If you want to swap to a different role, that's totally fine. You just got to let me know before the round starts. And then we're going to roll to see if you succeed. You are rolling against the DC and the hard DC of the enemy starship, not your own. I am rolling against the DC and the hard DC of your starship, which in Starship combat, most of the time, PC starships are higher tier, which means my rolls are harder to make, harder to achieve than what your rolls are. Important to note, you cannot take 10 or 20 on a skill check. That also includes you can't do things like using operative abilities to just get success on that. So keep that in mind. These are actual rolls. For each of your abilities, you'll see what it's called, the description of the ability, the skills you can use for it, and the effect of what it does. Some of them have additional, like I said, some of them have additional resolve point usage in order to maybe do something extra. So just as an example, I'm reading one of the captain actions, which is encourage crew member. With a few words, you bolster a crew member's determination. You can use culture, diplomacy, or intimidate for this action. And what the effect is that you choose an allied crew member and you attempt a skill check against your ship's DC, which is, different than normal. If you succeed, that crew member regains 1 resolve point. You can also spend a resolve point, and a second allied crew member regains 1 resolve point up to their maximum. Keep in mind, this does not include if you have spent any resolve to not make your corruption go
Dang.
further, that is excluded from that.
I instantly was like, we're gonna just grind that to get Abe's resolve back, right?
Nope, can't get rid of that resolve. That's permanent resolve until you fail at one of your checks. Trying to think if there's anything else you need to know. The way the average DC and the hard DC work, it's just average is 10 plus 1.5 times Starship tier. Hard DC is 15 plus 1.5 times Starship tier. I know those numbers for my ship. The numbers for you guys' ship, since you're a tier 11, is going to be 15 plus. So it's going to be a 26 and a 31. Those are the checks I have to make. Mine are different, so just remember that. I'll tell you if you succeed. At some point, you might figure out what the DC is. That's good. The last thing I'll tell you about your ship, because it is special, your ship is not one ship. It is 2 ships. Yeah. And in narrative Starship combat, it doesn't take a full action from everybody to detach starships. Each of you will have a special action that is specific to this ship. It is the very bottom of each of the rolls. A good example is, again, back on the... Well, I won't take the captain again. A good example is Chief Mate. The last action is Rapid Deployment. Description: you initiate a split maneuver for tactical purposes. You can use engineering or acrobatics for this check. The ship splits into 2 smaller agile vessels, each with independent movement but shared health and resources. This allows for tactical positioning. The reason this is important is while the starships are split, the easy and hard DCs for the PC Starship are reduced by 1, which means it's easier for me to hit you. However, each crew member who attempts a split ship skill receives a +2 bonus. So for somebody who decides to attack with their skill, half of the skills are for splitting ships, and or you can use it to collect them back together. It's not written in here, but you can do basically the inverse. So for Chief Mate, you can do the inverse of Rapid Deployment and recollect the ships back together. It just negates the effect. But for the other half, it's like an attack. So the gunner actually has an attack where they can coordinate attacks. The engineer has like a synchronized system thing. Gives you bonuses. So keep that in mind if you guys are split, on your ships are split, you can use those. Questions? I know that's a little bit to digest, and there are some actions to look through here, but any questions?
I don't think so. I think at least enough to jump in.
Yeah.
Okay. This is exciting. All right.
We can board.
What'd you say, Alex?
There's boarding rules.
Oh, there are. If you guys really wanted to go that route, woo! That's gonna be interesting if you do. I'll take it if you want to do it. Just let me know if you want to go that route. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna start on round 1. I am going to... Yeah, I think I'm gonna
extra resolve.
Do you get extra resolve?
That's what this says.
You do. You get equal to... where's it even at?
The very bottom. Starship
Very-
combat resolve.
Where's that? Yes, there you go. Okay, so you get 1 additional resolve point. Each of you. To spend.
We just get a freebie.
Just freebie resolve, because it could be complicated.
Fair enough.
Alright. I am going to... this ship is basically barreling down on you, and so it's got a little bit of a tactical advantage here, so they are just going to open fire. And we'll see what happens. Here, let me go back to my skill checks. Starship hotbar. No, I want combat hotbar. Where are we at? Yeah, so this starship pulls up behind you, and they're going to take a shot. Here comes my check. That is a total of 27, which exceeds the regular DC of your ship. So you will take 1 hit. If somebody wants to keep track of this, your starship has 5 hits.
I got it.
You take
Thank
a
you.
hit.
Okay, so we're at 1 out of 5, essentially.
Yes.
Got it.
That is all that the enemy starships are ever going to do. They're going to do 1 action. You guys are going to do 4 actions. So I'm going to do 1 thing. and then it is going to be up to you guys. But right now, this ship is kind of like right behind you, barreling down on you as you're headed towards New Elysium, the Diaspora. You can take your turns in any order that you would like. I forgot to ask you what roles you're in, but I'm going to assume Luna's in Captain, Ko's in Pilot, Twix in Science Officer?
Yeah.
And Lisk Engineering?
No,
Or
I think I
Chief
gotta
Mate?
be. I think we need someone to be gunner.
We don't,
Probably.
we don't necessarily have to have a gunner. I don't
You
think.
really don't in this,
No,
because
are
they
there-
can take hits from other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start in gunner. It makes me too nervous to not have a gunner.
Okay, no worries.
We go in any order.
You can go in any order you want. Just describe for me in a little bit more detail than you usually would, because this is narrative-based Starship combat, what you are doing as a character. This will help out.
Can I just... we get hit, and I just freaking immediately hit the big red button and separate our ships.
Okay. All right. You need to make a piloting or acrobatics check.
Okay.
And this is just, it doesn't say it in here, but this is just against the DC of your ship, which is 26, the basic DC.
Is this with the weird modifier that we have set up on my thing?
That doesn't exist in this version of Starship
so
Combat.
It's just a
so you can just
piloting.
take that up. Yeah, it's just a piloting check. Oh, easy peasy, dude.
Okay.
38. All right. What exactly happens?
I'm
during
just
this?
like, oh, we got hit. Slam the button immediately.
Was anybody in the other ship when you did this?
I don't know how that works. That I'm guessing.
Great question.
Tactical
That ship
separation.
has
Remote
better
control.
sensors, right? So I'm on that
Yeah.
one probably.
Okay, all right. Twix and that one. The other
Some
three
of
of you
our
are in the main
seats,
ship.
like where are even the seats at? I don't know.
Yeah.
Some of the
There's
seats drop into the other ship.
If you open this here, I'll open this door and you can actually see the other seats. They're up there.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have to actually move over there? Get over
I
there.
mean, you don't
Somebody.
have to, but we'll move Twick over there. How about that? All right, Twick is now basically in the piloting seat of the other
Nice.
ship. Your ships are separated. You do hear some grinding against metal, as this tactical separation is a little hard to achieve, but hey, you've now made it more complicated for this Starship to target just one of you.
All right. Now that we're separated, I will throw a chilling taunt out to the enemy starship.
Okay.
And I think this is. It says you gain 1 skill check success toward that ship's threshold, so that counts towards us hitting it.
Yes, so remember, you need whatever the threshold is, and typical
Right.
medium starship is 3, so you need 3 successes. Alex doesn't get a success for splitting ships because that's just an action,
Yep.
but there are multiple things you can do to get multiple successes. You'll still
Okay,
be
cool.
fine.
So if I succeed this, we get 1 closer.
Yes.
But I'll say, oh, you notice our ship is actually 2 ships, and we're gonna make it 3 in a second here when we take yours.
The other 2 that haven't gone yet, my tactical separation gives you a +2 if you use the split ship skill.
Oh, that's awesome.
40!
Oh my god.
Oh, 2 successes if it exceeds the DC by 5 or more.
Wow.
Hope
So
it did.
you have 2 successes.
All right.
I think maybe you see, and we're just going to call it your rear view mirror, but you see in your rear view mirror that their ship, just kind of just jars a little bit. They are
Pilot.
peed their pants, and he's, okay, all right, there's 2 of them now. All right, 2 have acted.
Alright, now that we are split, I'm going to try to do a coordinated assault. So I imagine, they split and they're kind of spiraling, and as Luna delivers her absolutely devastating taunt, I just punctuate it with a blast from each side of the ship. I imagine I have some, remote aiming ability,
Yes.
maybe? I don't know
Yes.
how...
100%.
Okay, that makes sense. For this, I can use piloting.
Yep.
So I'm going to roll piloting and see what happens.
Everybody
Man, I'm
will see
good
your-
at piloting.
I see your bonus is higher than
See
mine.
that you're better than the pilot. The
All
ace
right.
pilot.
Oh my fault, I'm good at piloting. It's a death skill.
40 That does exceed the DC by 5 or more, so this counts as 2 successes. You are now at 4 successes, which means you've surpassed the threshold. This starship will take 1 hit, regardless of what Twick does.
If he gets 2 successes, do we get 2 hits?
No, it's just per round.
All right.
You just have to pass the threshold per round.
Well, I imagine Twick does this part right before Lisk shoots, because he wants to target a specific system on the enemy ship. And he uses his knowledge of physical sciences to figure out the best point on the ship to target. Even though it's not quite the same as the real world here.
Okay.
31. So this is, you choose a ship and make a check against it, against the hard DC.
Okay. 31 succeeds.
Oh, yeah. If you succeed and that ship takes at least 1 hit this round, it takes an additional hit.
Okay. That's 2 hits. Woof.
Yeah.
Easy.
All right. We're at, all right, that's 2 hits against that ship. And that is all of you. So it is back to me. All right. You probably won't be able to tell what's going on in the ship. I'm going to describe it to you. They're not firing at you. Maybe this ship, the enemy ship, kind of moves over to the side, following the smaller of your 2 ships, the Bereth and Tor. And
Bereth and Tor.
You can see like a piece of the hull. Maybe this like arm comes out of the ship and maybe pushes a piece of the hull back in where you guys shot it. Just sort of moves it back in place, and you can kind of see some sparks. Well, you wouldn't see sparks. You can see a, well, sure,
shadow
we'll say there's
sparks.
sparks in the shadow stuff. You see shadow sparks coming off the ship. It looks like maybe they're making repairs. And they will, in fact, recover 1 hit point from making repairs. But that is all they are doing this turn. And you guys are back up.
I just fly away from Twick forever. Just leave him forever.
You absolutely
Finally.
could.
This is what we've
Tricked
been
him into
waiting
going out of
for.
the ship by
I can
himself.
just leave. You guys can take care of the shadow stuff. I can't do it on my own. I might as well just go.
Yeah, you could go join whatever orgies on that other ship.
I can give someone an extra action if
Whoa.
anybody has 2 things they want to do.
Particular.
Whoa. Actually, do you mind? I'm gonna change to chief mate.
Yeah, yep. You
As-
changed to chief mate.
I hit them twice last time, with the split ship, so it makes sense that I would do something else this time.
Yep. Go for it.
Oh wait, is this Alex, where did you as the pilot you split.
Yep.
Okay. This just has a very, very similar one.
Chief Mate has a similar one. Yeah.
I'm just gonna perform a scan of the enemy ship.
Okay.
See if I can locate any weak points. Pass on that information. It is computers or perception. So I'm gonna do computers.
Of course you will.
27.
Does it say what DC it's against? I'm looking for this action. What's it called? Scan enemy?
Regular.
DC. All right. You
But
have
5 or more counts as 2 successes.
You did not exceed by 5 or more, but you
Yeah.
did exceed the DC, so you get 1 success so far.
1 success. So he just scans it and finds a weak point, and he says, Lisk, you're not on the gunner anymore. Well, somebody, you can target right there, and he sends over the targeting information.
Yeah.
You find the exact bulkhead they just repaired.
Yep,
That's going to make them very upset.
Hopefully, we can kill a couple of them with a shot. That'll be helpful too.
Is anyone thinking they're gonna do like a big cool guy money move? So I can do something pretty cool. Really like double down on an action. I don't know what you guys are seeing.
I kind of want to perform an audacious stunt.
Yeah. What's that do?
I don't know. I have to roll against their hard DC. I fly my ship in such a way to confound and surprise the enemy, and then if I succeed, we get 2 skill check successes.
Oh. Oh, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna yes and you. I'm gonna maximize crew efficiency.
Oh.
So I'm gonna roll a skill. Choose an allied crew member who has not taken a crew action this round and attempt a skill check against your ship's hard DC. I can use any skill. If I succeed, the next time this round that allied crew member succeeds at an action that grants skill check successes, the number of successes is doubled.
Heck yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
So as Ko's like gearing up to do this cool stunt, I come up, I give him a shoulder rub, I give him a little pep talk, like, you got this, man. And then I get onto the console and I rewire it so that way it fixes all of the mistakes he's about to make. And I will roll. I want to roll stealth, but I feel like I have too many bonuses that don't apply. I think most of these apply.
I mean, it's bonus to a skill check. It counts because you're rolling a skill check.
I worry that some of them are like for sneaking specifically. Like, no, actually, I think that's fine. Yeah, like Skin of the Chameleon probably shouldn't. You know what? I'll just roll acrobatics.
Okay.
No!
No.
That was my big money move.
Natural 1. That is an auto fail in the system, so
Well-
you will fail.
So you don't double the skill check successes I get.
No, I'm gonna plug the steering wheel.
Does something negative happen for failing?
No.
Okay.
No, you just don't get the success.
Man,
All right. And
that's so
then
upsetting.
I'll go perform my audacious stunt,
Ooh, let's see
which
it.
can be rolled with any skill instead of piloting. So I'm going to choose bluff,
Nice.
and I'm going to be like, all right, Twick, you got it. And then I'm going to like fly the opposite direction like I'm leaving Twick. But then I'm like, oh, psych. And then I fly back towards Twick, and then I do a barrel roll around his ship.
Oh my gosh, all right.
It's not a great roll. 27.
27. Sadly, that does not meet the hard DC of the
Dang.
enemy starship.
That's a bad round, boys.
Yeah.
Are we at one success?
Yeah.
You're at 1 success so far.
Yeah.
I think maybe what happens, Ko, is you're like trying to do your barrel roll, you like hit the breath in Tor a little bit, and it
crashing,
makes you, yeah, makes you guys like kind of wobble a little bit.
Twick, were you worried? Were you worried you're leaving you?
No, but I see no one's fired on the ship where I pointed out. That's okay.
Who can get something done if I give you another action? Do you have something else, Lisk? You got anything else in the tank?
Well,
The
so
aligned
okay,
targeting system?
We can't. Yeah, the thing is that we can't get enough successes this round. Does it reset round
Not
to round?
unless you get a
It
2
does
plus
reset
2
round to round.
successes thing.
It does reset round to round. So that's
Yeah, it does
there's
reset.
almost no point in going for another success thing, right?
Wait, we need.
Unless you can get a 2 success
if you can get a 2.
thing.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
okay.
wrong. Any skill check successes carry over to the next round.
Oh, great. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I could realign our targeting system so we target it so good that we hurt them. Sure. Yeah. Nobody
Alright,
shoots
so
it,
that will
but we're
attempt
really aimed at it.
to give orders. This is against ship's hard DC.
What about overkill successes?
What's up?
We had like extra the first time, right?
Yeah, you did. You had 1 extra, so technically you would be at
3?
2 successes right now, right?
I think you're right. Yeah, I think we have one left over.
You'd be at 2 successes. So you only need 1 technically to succeed.
Oh.
This is easy. Easy. I didn't even realize.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will enact a cunning stratagem.
Ooh.
And I'll encourage the team. Well, it's all right. You know, not every time it works out to plan, but let's try that exactly again, once more time, and I'm sure we'll get it. And I get to roll. Oh, it says profession captain. Shoot.
That's the only option?
Well, piloting
piloting
profession
and
captain
stealth.
stealth.
Yeah, I guess you're
Actually,
probably
how's
bad at
my-
most of those.
I saw profession and I was like, oh, I'm so good at profession musician. Well, I already did it, so
Wait,
we're
wait.
stealthing it up.
You're not doing enact cunning stratagem, right? You were doing give orders? Or am I misreading this? Right?
He changed it to.
Oh, you changed it.
something that
Okay,
just got a
that's...
success.
I see. Okay, I misunderstood.
Because we just
Got it.
needed one, right?
Yeah, no, makes sense.
In
makes
hindsight, I
sense.
should have left it, but I already
No,
gave
no,
the
no,
speech.
no, no.
24.
That does not succeed.
Dang it.
Man. Hate to see it. All right. Back to me. So you guys are currently at 2 successes. Those will roll over into the next round. I'm going to keep track of rounds over here, actually. This is round 3. You so far, all right, have 1 hit on their ship because they've repaired. Think. Ooh, do I want to do that? Maybe. Yeah, I think we're gonna. It's go time right now. You guys, your ships are split. We're gonna go all out attack. It's gonna send a salvo of 2 attacks against your ship. I have to roll against the hard DC twice and succeed both times. If I either fail, no damage.
Wow.
First one succeeds. That is a 34. Right now, your DC, I think, is a 30 because you are lowered by 1 because you're 2 ships. That's why I'm doing this. Here comes second roll. Come on. Oh, yes! There's a 33! 2 good rolls!
No, plus,
right.
it didn't matter if we were 1 ship or 2 for that.
Yeah, true.
You take, your ship takes 2 hits. Importantly, just so you know how this works, I can only take this once. I cannot do that action ever again. But your ship takes 2 hits.
So we're at 3 down,
3.
right?
Yep. 3 of 5.
And you guys are up.
Well, slightly annoyed no one took a shot. Twig moves over and pulls up the gunnery controls
Nice.
of the
Fair.
small ship.
Now that we got fucked, I'm moving over to engineer. I'm gonna try to fix this up a little bit.
Yeah,
Alright.
so Twig's gonna target the weak spot that he found earlier. He said,
Oh,
well, if no one else is gonna shoot, I guess I'll shoot it with the baby ship. Yeah, that'll be useful. Just fires off a shot. And this is
Okay.
any skill, so I guess we're doing medicine.
Medicine for that shot.
Medicine for
Excellent.
that shot.
Oh,
Give him the medicine.
is it any skill
him the
from the
good
list
medicine.
of skills in the table above?
Is there?
No, it just literally means any skill.
Nice.
The
Okay,
table is-
but it says you do have to describe how that skill relates to the action you want to
Oh,
perform.
okay, fair enough.
So, if you want to explain medicine for shooting
I
a
can
gun,
explain
go
it.
ahead.
There's no way I can explain medicine to make it work. So we'll do. Can I do physical science again since he's targeting a weak point on the ship?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. You're analyzing the
I like
hull,
that.
targeting a weak point. Yep,
All right,
totally.
it is 1 lower than my medicine. If I can use
Alright.
the same roll, if I can't, I can reroll.
No, I'm making you reroll, buddy.
Okay.
Reroll that dice. Oh, it doesn't even matter.
It's higher.
even higher. 1 higher than. Which one was this? This was target weak spot.
Was target a weak spot? Yes. Was this 10
Okay.
higher than their hard DC?
It is 44. It is 10 higher than their hard DC.
Oh,
They automatically take 1 hit, and we get 1 skill success.
Okay, so they will take 2 hits from your
Nice.
shot because you already had
So-
2 successes.
nice.
Yeah. See, that's how you
Alright.
target a weak spot, boys. Come on.
You do see a chunk of the hull just fly off as you take that shot.
Maybe we should just let Twig handle the rest of it in the little ship. We'll just hang out here.
No, I need some help actually. Please, thank you.
Is anybody at sensors right now? Nobody is, right? No. Okay. All right.
Well, after absolutely messing up Ko at the pilot seat last time and taking that hit, just runs off to engineering and starts frantically welding shadow metal to shadow metal.
Okay.
So I'm going to make an engineering check to patch our hull.
Okay.
Increase your ship's hard DC to the hard DC. I'm not sure I fully understand what the resolve thing does. By spending 1 resolve point, you also increase your ship's DC to the hard DC against enemy tactics the next round. So it makes it harder for them.
Yeah, it makes it every check is now the hard DC instead of like some being normal.
The normal, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. We're a little closer to death than I would like, so I'll spend that bonus resolve point that I got.
Okay, got it.
And here comes the engineering check as
Let's
I
see
patch this hull. Okay. 35.
No problem. You regain 1 hit point.
Let's go.
That's important because you just took a lot of hits.
Yeah, I did.
Make me a quick perception check since you're sitting in engineering.
Perception, you got it, dude. Never mind.
Okay, yep, you don't know.
Very focused.
You don't know. You are incredibly focused on that patching of hull.
It's hard to weld shadow metal.
Yeah.
I think Ko, after failing his audacious stunt, is gonna play it a little bit safer and just outmaneuver a little bit.
Okay, alright.
Instead of going wild with it.
Okay. Let's see it.
$32. That's against
32.
ship's DC.
Yes. That does exceed the DC by 5 or more.
Oh, nice. 2 successes.
So you get 2 successes. Nicely done.
Dang.
Yeah, nicely done.
Can we patch the hull more than one time in a turn?
Yeah. I mean, if you use your thing to give him another action, you can absolutely do that.
All right.
Oh.
I'm gonna attempt to order Lisk to. Let's see. Actually,
Lisk
what
is
do I need to
patching
use?
the hole, and you're like, Lisk, patch the
Annie,
hole.
Patch the hull more.
Sorry.
Do it again.
Get more shadow stuff.
I
Stuff
did
it in the
see
cracks.
you can't use the same skill as the previous round, it looks like.
Oh, interesting.
I did forget about that. Yes. Maybe that
This makes
would
it interesting.
qualify here then. Okay, so maybe you can't patch the hull again this
Okay.
round.
Okay. That's okay, though. I mean, you could also give it to someone else. There's a lot of options here.
Should. Lisk, overpower the systems. That's what we'll order.
Okay.
And hopefully get some more successes against this guy.
Okay.
That works.
Let's see it.
It was literally any.
Any, yeah.
Any. Okay. So that will be.
So- Any that you can justify. I don't know how your musician.
That will be.
Can
Professional
sing it.
musician would work, but-
Professional musician. I will sing it to you.
Yeah, that's not even hard.
Yeah, we will go with the good old diplomacy.
All right, let's see it. Diplomacy check.
Oh, this is fun. There we go.
Oh yeah, no problem.
37.
37.
Oh.
Okay, you give orders. Lisk.
All right, you got it, boss. And I'm gonna run over to our engineering shadow computer and just start frantically typing to try to divert power to a
Okay.
system. I will do computers or engineering. I think those are almost the same. Engineering is a little bit better. So Lisk frantically pounds on the keyboard and then realizes that it's not plugged in. And then he just starts grabbing wires and just manually diverting power. He doesn't know how shadow computers work anyways. Shadow wires, on the other hand. Easy. He's a
43.
freaking
Nice.
expert at shadow wires.
Man, yeah, no problem. That is 2 successes. Only 1 hit per round based on successes, so these will carry over to the next round, which means you'll auto hit, and
Nice.
then you can just keep building up those successes. So right now you're good. You got 4 successes. You're
Nice.
carrying over. All right, we are on to round 4. My turn. Man, I've taken a lot of hits. I think I didn't repair last time. I'm gonna make repairs again. Again, you don't see this. Maybe you see, again, that arm kind of roll out. That piece of hull is now gone, but it moves around some metal components, and then you see more shadow welding on the outside of the ship. I'm going to recover 1 hit point. So I am done. And you guys are back up. Man, this keeps the ball in your court way more often.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to science officer duties.
Okay, science officer duties, got it.
We're still down 2. Right, Caleb?
Yes, you repaired 1. You should be down 2.
Okay.
We're down 2.
I think I'm gonna run back and try to do more welding then.
If that's the case, if you're on the engineers, then I will try to improve our countermeasures.
Oh.
I was just gonna say, since we have a free hit this round, it seems like a good time to, do some non-aggressive posturing.
Yeah, let me actually
If we have anything.
before Lisk patches, let me do encourage. Because if I succeed, you get a resolve point, and then you can use the resolve point to do extra patching.
Nice.
You did so great last time. Just do that again. Nice. 40.
Nicely done.
Alright, and then I will immediately take that
Hang on,
encouragement.
before you do that.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
This is gonna be relevant for you. I'm gonna do the improved countermeasures. So Quick's gonna, I guess it's only improving it on the tiny ship, so that's fun. Good luck getting hit, guys. But we'll do some tweaking to the countermeasure system, and we'll use engineering for that. I don't have any narrative info for you there. He's just messing with systems.
Okay.
That is against our ship's DC.
Okay. Yeah, that succeeds. Your DC's regular DC's 25 right now.
Okay, that increases their DC to the hard DC for any actions they take on the next round. And I can spend a resolve point, and anyone in the engineer role can attempt to patch hull immediately for free at a -2 penalty.
What?
Nice.
Heck yeah. By the way, I forgot to mention when you guys got to the start of this round, you dealt an additional hit point from 3 successes. So you're back down to 1 success currently.
Okay. But the downside is you can't spend a resolve point on it to make it better. Oh, yeah.
Still.
You just gave him a resolve point for that, huh?
That's alright. Use it later.
Yeah. If it's any consolation, the resolve point for patching is the thing you already did.
Oh, yeah.
The hard DCs.
Yep.
So, wouldn't have used it anyways.
Yep.
Okay.
Caleb, you're sitting at Science Officer Station. Make me a perception check.
You got it. 36.
There we go. That's better. You do see a flashing light in the corner of your console indicating there's a hull issue. You'll have to pull up diagnostics to see what's going on, which will require an action. But you can attempt to do that next time if you would like.
Don't worry,
Well,
buddy.
I'm gonna be busy in a minute, but just get that patched up real quick.
Yeah, I'll probably patch whatever you're talking about right now, actually. So I'm taking the free one from Caleb right now.
Okay.
You get a -2 on it.
I have a -2, but did
Did you
Abe
patch
do?
hull last turn?
Yes.
So I will let you take the free one, I guess, because I think that's how that works. You're not taking that action; it's just a free action. You won't be able to use Abe's this turn because you can't use the same action subsequent rounds.
Okay.
But the free one seems different, so I'll let you use that one.
Okay. So I will do the free one. Pretty good.
Okay.
35.
Succeeds. No problem.
Nice.
All right, and then.
Well, to be fair, I just
Do we
gave a
heal
resolve
one?
point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'll just have that result point. And then what I will do is now that Quick is over on scanners, I'm gonna actually sync up the scanners between the two ships.
Yeah.
So I, again, starts frantically typing on the keyboard, and then throws the keyboard off, and just starts grabbing wires and linking them together manually, because he does not understand how shadow keyboards work. They're not even in English, or common. 28.
It gets a +2?
This
Okay.
is against their DC anyways, so you succeed.
Oh, let's go. Okay, cool. So they take a -2 to skill checks
Okay.
Nice.
this round.
Got it. That's everybody, correct?
I haven't gone.
Oh, okay.
So everyone who matters.
Oh.
We knew what you meant.
Woo!
Got it.
Everybody's just kind of doing like pattern holding stuff right now, so you would think I would hold steady, but instead I'm going to try to perform an audacious stunt again because
Wow.
I'm bored.
Nice.
I'm bored.
We're just like,
Fair,
we're
fair.
doing stuff, and Ko's at the con, just like doing flips and barrel rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying neat tricks out here. So there's a piloting roll.
Oh man. No problem.
37.
Yeah, that exceeds the hard DC, so you will gain 2 successes. That puts you back up to 3. You can't hit again this round, but those will push on over to next round.
Just rack them up.
Explain to me what you do when you do this.
I'm just like, I'm flying for fun, not for like
Got it.
tactics
Got it.
in this case.
Got it. Okay.
So I might be like zipping around maybe there's like a little asteroid or something, or like some of the parts we've blasted off of their ship, I'm like twirling around those and
Excellent. Okay.
stuff like that.
Got it. All right, flying around. Okay, we are on to round 5. It is my turn. You guys have done a lot to prevent me from doing much this turn. However, I am going to. I think you see the Starship. It's been following the Berethan Tor, the smaller ship. It peels off and kind of. It looks like it flies around the larger asteroid, maybe to the right, and goes out of line of sight. Which means this round it is not targetable by you guys, unless there is a special piloting check made to see if you can do the same maneuver that he did and get where he's currently situated. That is all he's doing on his turn, and you guys are up. He is currently out of sight behind the larger asteroid to the right. You guys are kind of both headed in the same direction. You're getting closer to the diaspora.
Okay. We get our free hit still?
Your
'Cause
free hit
our-
still counts. Yeah.
Okay. So we're at what, 4 or something?
Yeah, 4. We'll say he's hit, like he'd been hit a couple times, and so maybe when he tried to carve around the asteroid, he like nicked the edge of it, and some more bulkhead flew off the side of the ship. He's definitely taken substantial damage. So,
What's my special pilot action I have to do to follow him?
so it says on the PC's turn, the pilot can attempt a special piloting check against the enemy ship's hard DC to negate this effect. But this action doesn't count as a successful skill check for the purpose of meeting or exceeding that enemy ship's threshold.
Okay.
Okay, before you go,
Yeah.
Lisk is just gonna dive into some like the underbelly of the ship and just start going to town. He's just disconnecting stuff, reconnecting stuff. He doesn't even know what half it is, but he's doing it. And I'm going to make a acrobatics check as I weasel my way through all of these crazy vents.
Okay.
Please roll good.
No.
No! No!
Damn it.
The good news is it's against your ship's DC, which you exceeded
my
because your ship's
God.
DC is
No
25.
fucking way. Okay, I'm also gonna spend a resolve point on this as well. That free one Abe gave me.
Nice.
So choose an allied crew member, an engineer, or science officer. So Caleb's in science officer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, who hasn't taken an action, if I succeed, which I did, they can roll their next skill check twice and take the better of the 2 rolls.
Ooh.
And since I spent a resolve point, I can give the bonus to a second allied crew member in a different role. Our pilot.
Huh.
So the 2 people who had special things they need to do get advantage.
What was the bonus?
What is his
Roll
ability called
twice,
again?
take the better.
Oh, okay.
What was the question?
Literally.
What's the action called?
Access maintenance panels.
Okay, got it.
It's under chief mate. I
Yep.
guess I should have
I
said
couldn't
I
remember
moved
if
to
you were
chief mate
engineer or
as well.
chief. I'm like looking at engineer. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
remember this one.
I moved. I meant to open with
No,
I
you're good,
moved
you're
to
good,
chief
you're
mate.
good.
But then I got excited.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to follow this guy behind the asteroid here.
Okay. Let's see that piloting check. Hard DC, baby. Come on. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Get out of here.
A natural
see
1,
that.
natural 20 on the advantage roll.
Incredible. I'll let you describe it. Tell me what you do.
Yeah, I mean, it's my audacious stunts were happening. I was flying around his parts of the hull that had been ripped off, and the thrusters started burning on his ship, and I was like, "What are you doing? You look like you're going to. You look like you have some fun spots that you know about. So I'm following you."
Okay.
Followed him around this asteroid to see if there's like a cool stunt spot that he knows of.
Did you drift around the asteroid?
We're drifting, drifting in space. It's Newtonian physics. I'd cut the thrusters, flip the ship,
Heck yeah.
re-engage them. That's good
Okay.
stuff.
Nicely done. That's 2 people. So we got Abe and Luna and Swick left to go.
I'm gonna check out this flashing light on my
Okay.
sensors.
Just make me you can make a computers or engineering check against your ship's regular DC, which is a 25.
Okay. Engineering.
What a waste of a natural 20. Hate to see it.
I didn't roll twice and take the better, but
Yeah,
Not gonna do better.
you maybe read through like you press the button to pull up a display, and you're reading through what the system's trying to tell you. And what it looks like is when you got hit twice, both those shots were torpedoes from this starship, and one of them did hull damage, but it did not explode like a normal torpedo. It is just lodged in the side of the ship in the hull. And you are currently leaking oxygen from your lower floor.
Oh boy.
oh well, I got a big problem over here. You just keep on doing what you're doing. I got it handled. Don't worry about it. If I explode, go on without me. Bye.
Well, you heard him.
I have full faith in you.
Oh, thanks.
You
Where are we
sounded
at?
really calm about exploding. Wasn't that weird?
No,
Anybody else?
we almost explode all the time.
Where are we at on successes? Again?
You guys are at 0 successes right now.
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember. Did he shoot both torpedo shots at the Berethentor? Does that sound right?
I don't know if you specified which ship they shot.
I'm trying to remember when he did that. It was after we split, and I think he was following Breath. I think it is.
He's
I
been
think it's-
following me.
Okay,
Okay.
so both torpedo shots went into the Berethentor, and one of them is lodged in the side of the hull.
Do you need another? Well, yeah. Do you need another action to get that out?
I don't know if science officer's gonna be the right spot for me to get
You
it
gotta
out.
move.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd probably have to move if you're going to try and do anything.
I'll go ahead and chuck another taunt out then. I haven't done that in a while.
Oh yeah, get their ass.
Get 'em.
Yeah.
Is this you cannot? Oh, you guys are. Never mind. Alex succeeded,
We followed
so yeah,
him.
you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, never mind. Good call.
Yeah. So
I see that smirk, Alex. Yeah, you followed him. Friggin' drifted around that asteroid.
Hey, did you see that sick drift by our ace pilot over here? But you can't do anything that good.
Man.
43.
No problem. You succeeded the DC by 5 or more,
5.
so this counts as 2 successes.
Double success.
Yes. Is that everybody for this round?
I think so.
Okay. All right. We are on to round 6. My ship is really hurting, so he is actually just going to attempt to flee. The ship is really struggling right now. I think like probably the captain realizes maybe he's overplayed his hand. So seeing that the bigger of the 2 starships is pulled up behind him next to this asteroid, he's going to actually make a beeline out of this belt and try to just fly off into the darkness. If you choose, that is all he is doing. So he's kind of moving away. If you choose, you can let him go, or you can go ahead and play this round out and try to succeed one more time and maybe blow him up. You don't know where his hit points are at, but you can guess if he's leaving, it's probably pretty low.
I think we blow him up.
Blow him
What
up.
if he's gonna get his bigger brother?
Oh, so you attack us first? All we did was not reply to his request to join.
To join an orgy. Yeah.
All right, well, you guys are up. You have 2 successes so far.
I can... Do we only have 1 gunner this round? So I can do a thing if we get 2 gunners.
I gotta do some engineering.
Yeah, Caleb needs to
This
not
round.
explode, probably. I was thinking I would move over to gunner.
Well, I can do the non-resolve version of it, I guess. Do 1 gunner. Hold steady. You try to keep your enemy starship in your gunner's sights. I choose an allied crew member in a gunner role who hasn't taken an action in an enemy starship. Then I attempt a skill check against the ship's DC. If I succeed, gunner gains +3 bonus.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's see it.
+3 bonus to any action that grants skill check successes and targets the same enemy starship. So, piloting. (29).
Is it against their hard DC?
Their regular DC.
Oh, that's a success, baby.
Nice.
Alright, so you get a +3.
Nice. I'm not sure what. Coordinated assault and fire at will are the same in their effect.
For gunner. Coordinated assault, you get an additional +2 because your ships are split.
Oh,
That's
that's
it doesn't say it in there,
right.
but because the ships are split from the
Yes.
rapid deployment, it gives you a +2 bonus to all of the split
That's
ship
right.
skills, which are in the last
I-
line.
Completely forgot about that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
So you get a +5.
Ow, that's big. And let me... Yeah. So I'm just gonna... I see... No one's really steering Caleb's. It's going a little wonky. So I just make sure I wait, and I use my expert piloting knowledge to know when it turns so that both guns are facing it. That way I can fire at the right time. Ooh, double digits. 37.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's a
no
lot better than the
problem.
previous piloting check that was made.
That's
Oh
so
my
stupid.
gosh. You succeed
You
by
did a
more than
+5
5
on that,
too.
actually.
I didn't do the first 5, actually.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
You take
You
a
still beat
shot,
it by
both
+5.
ships. You hit a big red button. No, I'll let you describe this. Tell me what happens here. Sure,
Oh,
your coordinated assault.
There's a lot of, like, pre-game stuff. He's got pulleys, he's got, like, a wheel that he's got to turn. It's crazy.
Where did he get
And
that
then
stuff?
Lisk brought it. It was in a backpack. He installed it right before this. And then there is a big red button that he slams at the exact right moment. And just...
Shots from both starships impact the hull of this ship. and you see it explode as it is fleeing away from you.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we are actually out of narrative Starship combat.
Sorry, Twick, I guess you explode. You can't take these actions outside of narrative combat.
And right as we exit narrative combat, just to describe where you guys are currently at, the Bereth Nagal, the bigger ship, Indefatigable, is on one side of the asteroid. The Bereth the smaller ship, is on the other side of the asteroid, a little ways away. You guys are still split ships. And right at this moment, Twick, you being the only one, this is inconvenient, you're in the Bereth you hear something, and it sounds like a deep, guttural roar that comes from the lower deck of the ship that you are currently on. It is monstrous. It sounds monstrous and scary. And you have no idea what it is, but it is something below you. And right now, you are the only person on that ship. And we are going to leave it right there.
Oh, no.
Hey, guys. We're just going to pull the FTL maneuver.
Nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, vent.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we could trade our doctor for Envoy. Envoy? No, not Envoy, sorry.
That's me.
Mystic. Yes.
Mystic.
Got to do a tactical unseparation.
Yeah.
We could just blow up the other ship.
But yeah, that's true. Easy peasy.
Still there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can get another partner for your 4-man crew for.
You can just jump out the airlock. We'll scoop you up.
Scoop you up. That's great. Yeah. No, for sure. I wouldn't.
Excellent
Our
idea.
pilot's really good, so we'll just.
You got an ace pilot over there, so that should be no problem.
Nicely done.
That's fun.
Yeah, no, that was good.
It was
Much smoother.
way simpler and smoother than even the revised version, which is way simplified from the original.
It's just,
So.
it's tough to make like Star Trek-esque Starship combat.
I
like,
thought so,
fun.
but I'm pretty sure you could just take the Lancer rules and replace it with ships, and it would be awesome.
Yeah,
Because it was incredible, actually.
Yeah.
You gotta do like the where our ship has a bunch of small fighters on it, and each one of us takes a fighter.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you gotta
Make
do.
it
And then each one is
dogfights.
like a Lancer mech, essentially.
Got it. That'd be cool. And we just actually swap over to Lancer
We
for
actually swap
part
over
of the
to Lancer.
session.
Yeah.
It's really good. Well, nicely done. You are less than a day away from New Elysium. You have ended the Starship combat,
Nice.
but you don't know what's going on the Breath and Tor with Twix, so we're gonna have to wait and see what happens there, and we'll have to wait for next time. So, yeah, nicely done, boys.
Good stuff.
Nicely done. Yeah, I guess we'll be back. Are you guys, everybody good for next week?
Yeah.
Think so?
We actually doing back-to-back weeks?
Oh,
No.
Shut
Someone cancel
up.
right now. We can't.
Stop it.
No, I'm all good.
Cool. Well, I am very excited. This next couple sessions I think are going to be a lot of fun. So this part of the book's really interesting. All right. Well, we'll be back in a week for some more of This is wild. This is a completely different Starship combat system. So maybe we'll come back for some more of that. We'll just do Starship
change it
combat
next
from
time.
here on out. How
We
about that?
change it every
All
time.
Starship combat.
Yeah.
New Starship system combat.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's just how
Okay.
it is on the Shadow plane.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We will catch you next time. See ya.